Undergrunt.
In a small little ship in the center of Mars was a sack of souls with experiment scars. When the psychedelic monk said, I'll take two, and he put them in a rocket and he ate a lot of glue. And he shot them straight to Earth when they turned into babies. They were named from that, and they rarely got rabies. And the monk made a movie of their whole entire lives. They were panoramic scenes and zooms of the thighs. One time Bob had sex with a ladle, and one time Matt lost a vet to a cradle, and another time Bob caught a dinosaur mom, and another time Matt bought a replica of Guam. And all this more is on a DVD set, only $20.99 with the purchase of a gem. But if you call right now and say, where's my whisk, we'll include this bonus disc.
Hey! Welcome to Bonus Disc! I'm one of your hosts, Bob Rose, and with me is another host, Matt P.A. And with us today is somebody who I've asked to be on this podcast at least 5 times. I would say, if not...
At least 5.
At least 5, maybe 7.
Yeah, no, I've got some notches in my belt.
You have a few, and you've turned me down every time.
Every time.
Yeah, and now I know why.
Because he's trying to drive us insane.
He's trying to get mad. He is. He's trying to waste all of our time and ruin the show.
I think he thinks podcasting is like going to a rave.
Visual media.
A rave or like
or
a 5th grade
birthday party.
Our guest today sounds like this. Oh, these are terrible. It's Paul Przyborski.
Spaborski.
Yeah.
Spaborski.
You got it.
It'll be spelled out in the
Probably.
description. Baltimore bassist. And he brought gifts for us. No one's ever brought gifts.
Yeah,
That's a shame.
He brought glow sticks, which we're all brandishing right now on our heads, and he brought fun gliders that
The gliders
got
were
stuck in Huey's
there's a
tree.
bunch
gliders
of
were really disappointing.
We took them outside before we started recording and got them stuck in trees. There's like a British one, an American camo one, a Guy Fieri one, and like
and then any combination of those you want.
yeah,
If
you can
want,
make
like,
fun combinations.
British Guy Fieri, you can make that.
That's who doesn't want that?
That's
There isn't a
Gordon
British
Ramsay,
Guy
right?
Fieri.
Isn't that
Gordon Ramsay, I guess. And you also bought a bunch of mini whoopee cushions that don't hold air or anything.
I mean, we just fired
Did you-
2 off and they went pretty
Did you
well.
blast off the one that looked real good?
Oh, no. Oh, that one's
yeah,
right
Paul, come on.
Okay, get the...
Do this. This is what a movie podcast is about, is these whoopee cushions.
Here. If you pinch
So-
pinch the neck a little.
Before...
Was that...
that was air come out of it.
Was that spit?
No. It's like the dust that's on a whoopee cushion. Anyway,
Okay.
let's... Gonna recenter us here. This is Bonus Disc. You got the National Whoopee Cushion Review.
With
I have turned
with
into-
bonus gifts.
Bonus gifts. God damn it. Yeah, Paul asked me, he's like, what are we watching? Because I'd love to bring gifts, I guess, in theme.
In theme. I was hoping.
But I didn't tell you because we sometimes decide on the day. So this is what we did today. And I'm glad we did.
Right. Oh, no, I'm pretty excited.
But you brought all of these represent genre.
Right.
And there's one for action, which is the planes.
That's the gliders.
The whoopee cushions are comedy. And the glow sticks are sci-fi.
Sci-fi. You got it.
The funny thing is, I don't really feel like we watched a movie that would fit into these.
There was action. And
Whoa!
There was sci-fi in the form of all-seeing.
You know, you're not wrong with that.
And-
That there was like that
and
scene.
I
It was a
laughed.
supernatural
Let's not get
element.
ahead of ourselves. I wouldn't say though that this movie would fit in any of those categories in a video store. I don't think it would be specifically any of those.
No, it would be in that one particular
thriller. It's a
bin.
thriller.
It was definitely a thriller.
Yeah. We watched No More Dirty Deals
Yes.
from 1993, and that is important for later.
Right.
This
Also-
came out in 1993.
Remember this.
Yeah.
1993, because
And,
we're gonna get to that.
All the music is done by the band Stranger.
Stranger. So
Which,
if you,
by the way, if Stranger's still on tour,
Go see them.
let's get him at the sidebar.
yeah, if Stranger, if you're listening to this, I'll put it in the tags. I don't know how because it's just a word that's normal. Contact us and we'll come to Baltimore and play a show. We'll have a screening of No More Dirty Deals
Oh, I like this.
and a live performance by Stranger. That'd be really fun.
Oh my god, hell yeah.
It would be great.
Because the movie starts with the song they're playing called
It's
No
our-
More Dirty Deals, right?
on top of 1993 CGI stock water.
Oof.
Oh, the water.
Yeah, right.
And then it's...
Water.
This
Ugh.
yeah, and then it's
And so then it fades into a woman with blonde hair looking out a window.
very
and a
close up,
voiceover.
very close
up.
to her head.
And she's like...
She says
she's like John,
She talks about when she met Sean.
She goes, Sean, I met him in Brazil. It was crazy. Let's just say it was summer and things got hot and we got out of there.
Did she actually say I met him in Brazil?
Didn't
because
she
this
say-
movie does not take place in Brazil.
Didn't she say something about Alan?
She met him in Brazil.
Doesn't she say
She
he
did bring
killed
up Alan,
She
too.
brought like he killed Alan. She
Right.
said it like
No.
She didn't say that at the beginning? Okay.
I'm pretty sure she did. Alan was brought up.
Alan was brought up
No.
in that open. Yeah.
No, it's not a flashback.
The whole movie is.
No, it isn't.
It absolutely is.
That absolutely
There's
is.
no one sitting behind her.
It's-
Oh my god, we haven't even started and you guys are fucking wrong.
I understand. I'm with Paul.
And she
It's
says a
100%
different guy's name the second time. It's just she's just
Oh,
moving.
wait, she's done this again?
Yes, like that's why I was like, why is this movie have the main character is not in the movie? Because she says a different guy's name the second time. Like another movie was gonna start. I'm not even. Are you serious?
I thought it was the beginning
Yeah, I thought
again.
it was-
Y'all are crazy. She says a different guy's name at
At the end?
Yes.
I thought the whole movie was a flashback.
That's
No!
That's what I thought too.
She's wearing different clothes.
I don't think you're right.
Dude, she says a different
It's
guy's
fine.
name.
It doesn't really matter. It's irrelevant. That opening is irrelevant to the movie, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, I don't know if it's irrelevant because it kind of cracks everything wide open.
it does
It
that she's
turns-
important for some
Right.
reason. Yeah.
Anyway.
The movie tells, it's a blonde.
We have not even started.
Yeah, we have. This is a mess. Paul, with your gifts. Paul totally uncentered us with these fun
Yeah.
party
no,
favors.
I see the truth. I know where we're headed.
I mean, I know about
There's
the
no
movie.
fucking way it's the same shot. There's no one behind her in the first shot.
This is just Matt fucking with us, so we go home and rewatch it.
Dude.
Dude, put it on right now. There's no one behind her in the opening shot.
But she's in a plane.
She's in a plane, not a helicopter. She's getting in a
She was in
helicopter.
a plane at the end.
Yeah,
She
she's in
wasn't
a plane
getting
at the
helicopter
end.
At the end.
Look, either way, there's nobody behind her.
I don't know what you mean by that, because there was nobody
There's a
behind
woman.
at the
She
end.
was oh my
No,
god.
the guy was in front of her and he reaches his hand back
Yeah,
and she reaches
yeah.
her hand forward. What movie
What
did you watch?
guy?
Oh my god.
She was the only one left.
There's a guy on the end.
There's a guy at the end.
She holds his hand.
Yeah.
What guy?
Oh my
Oh, I can't
god.
believe
Oh my
this.
god.
This is
We
absolutely
have literally
insane.
not started. I want to know what movie we
Do you
watched.
want to restart
We
this
can't-
podcast?
Maybe we should have watched it twice. Look, I'm telling you, the movie is
The last
bookended by
episode
the
of
same,
Bonus Disc. Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, cool. I ruined this like I ruined everything else.
I'm just saying.
Take that, bass playing in Baltimore. Take that, this shitty podcast.
It's a different scene.
I don't agree, but we have to watch it again. Paul, what do you think?
I don't agree.
Y'all are dumb. We can't even get started because y'all are dumb.
Do you want to watch it?
They're different.
I'll pause this.
Dude,
if you
yeah.
want. Okay.
Let's take a moment.
Pause it because
Pause it.
seriously,
This is a first for this show. This is
it's
a first.
important. It's like the beginning and the end of the movie at the
All
same
right.
time. We have to.
Quiet. I'm pausing now.
Man.
All right, we're back.
And
we-
this is what happens
and we
when
almost-
We just
bring all this
rewatched it. And no, we don't have any answers. I love that we don't know still.
Well,
for a
we
moment,
know
I was
this.
about to apologize to Matt, but the more I think about it, no.
Okay, so it is the same scene, but she
No,
is.
it's not the same scene.
What? That
It's
was
Sean
so-
and Johnny.
She said something different.
In the beginning, she
I
talks
think
about
it's the
Sean.
same thought that's separated between the whole movie.
Oh, it could be. So that was just like a blip, and now we learned the
But you
recap, and now
see
she's.
it doesn't make any sense. You see her on the plane thinking about Sean, and then you watch her get on the
Oh, that's
plane
true. You
to
watch her
then
get on
think
the
about
plane
Johnny.
again.
If it's the same
Who's
scene,
Johnny?
And she
are
said,
they changing
Johnny
flights?
is the guy in front of her who puts his hand
Johnny
back.
is nobody, which
She
is
ma-
incredible. He's just some guy whose face we don't even get to see, but he did this to us. That motherfucker.
All right, we gotta move on. It's a mess.
Johnny is the next Mark. He's the next Griff.
He's the next Sean. Because that woman whose name I don't even know is the main character in this movie. And we didn't even know it. You didn't even know it.
No, we missed that detail.
I literally thought the whole movie was a flashback.
It is, I guess, ish. But either way, it
How would
doesn't
she be on the same plane again
I
with the
was
same outfit?
I was expecting a boat mechanic and pirates going in this, and opening on a plane screwed me up from the beginning.
Oh God.
Anyway,
it doesn't. Just
Okay.
We gotta move forward from this. I love that us rewatching it first, and it didn't help.
No, it didn't help at all.
It didn't do anything. Probably like 10 minutes into this fucking episode, and we've.
All we've seen is the entertainment company's name twice at this point.
Oh
well,
my
at
God.
this point, we've seen it like 4 or 5 times.
No,
Right.
we watched the opening 3 times, so we've seen it 6
That's
times.
honestly not. Yeah, we did it. We did it earlier.
Right.
Yeah.
When it was on the TV, we did it. Oh my God!
This
All right,
movie's insane.
Yeah.
it is. I love it.
So then it cuts to a boat on the water.
Right, with that
And you
great
hear-
water effect.
Yeah.
the great water effect cuts in halfway to a real water with
Right.
boat on real water, and then it like.
Which, surprisingly, wasn't the best wipe of the whole movie, but...
Oh hell no! There's a. Great
You're
one
right.
later.
You're
Yeah.
right. I don't even know when that other wipe exactly happened, but it's amazing.
It like zooms in on this boat, and you hear like it's this old man and 2 like hot blonde chicks and like.
And he's in a
bikinis.
black satin robe that's all hanging open, like...
He looks like Mr. Hal from
And he's-
Gilligan's Island.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
telling him you got to take risks to make it in the world, babes. Like, and they're like talking all this shit.
And
They're
they
playing
offer some
strip
champagne.
poker. I
Well, no,
guess.
at first it's champagne, and then it wasn't even strip poker. It was just regular poker, and then he asked them to ante up.
Yeah.
Oh, they were just.
They were just playing regular
They're
poker.
playing poker. It was
I mean,
really
he was
scandalous.
already naked, basically.
Everyone
then-
in this movie was basically naked.
So then it-
that's pretty.
So
fucking
as
true.
he's having this scandalous game of regular poker with
Right.
these very attractive women.
the door bursts open and a bunch of people in masks with guns.
They
come
weren't
in.
even wearing masks.
No, they weren't
They were
wearing
just
masks.
wearing swimsuits.
No, I
No,
thought the
they weren't.
first
They were.
person-
Sean, who we will find out later.
Did I watch this?
Dude, they were not wearing masks. They were
Okay. I thought she comes in with a mask on, or at least a scuba
If
mask.
one of
or
them was-
Oh, she had like a snorkel mask.
Sean
Yeah,
did
yeah,
not
yeah,
though.
yeah.
Sean did not.
No, Sean did not.
Yeah.
It's important to establish Sean's face. From the beginning.
Sean's.
He was like their big money grab for this movie.
Yeah,
he was
because he's from The Last Dragon.
He's Bruce Leroy from the
He's-
last.
yeah,
Dragon.
Bruce Leroy. Yeah. And he was actually amazing in this movie.
Dude,
I love
yeah,
his performance in this
it was
movie.
insane.
So they all burst in and they're basically like, they take photos of him with these women because we assume that they want proof of this happening.
Right.
And then it instantly cuts.
Right.
It's like so abrupt. It's like, boom, bam, pictures taken and new scene.
And
it's
here
like,
we are.
Oh, what? Okay. And then that's when we meet Travis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's boating.
Oh my
He's
God.
boating. Travis is boating along the water, and
No, he's not.
he's
No,
at
he's
home.
not. He's at home.
oh, that's right, with his laptop. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, it was
yeah,
pre-boating.
He's like pre-boating.
I was
He's
getting too
his-
excited. I got ahead of myself.
Well, the radio. Remember, it's
Oh yeah, no,
it's
yeah,
him
it's
walking through the house, and it's the radio
talking about the
Stranger,
band Stranger.
While then they play a song by Stranger,
Stranger.
and then he's just like walking through the house putting shit
So-
away, and we all thought I was like, is he a member of Stranger? And this is like
Stranger-
part of the story.
So
That would've been
Stranger,
awesome.
founded in 1981, released an album in 1983, and then waited until this movie to do a follow-up to that 1983 album, where they took
God
all
bless
the
them.
money they've been saving, and I guess invested in this film.
In this film to become
to be like, this is going to be our Purple Rain.
not so much because they didn't star in it. I would
No.
say
They were in it.
but I
were
would
in
say
it.
almost this is more akin to like this movie is to Stranger what Maximum Overdrive is to AC/DC.
That's fair.
Does that help?
Yeah,
Does
no,
that
that-
kind of frame it right?
I think so.
Like the whole soundtrack is them. I
right.
know AC/DC's not in Maximum Overdrive, but it's like
it's more that
it
than
was
it
like
is Purple
advertised like AC/DC's the soundtrack.
Rain. Right.
Wherever this was advertised, it probably said featuring the soundtrack by Stranger.
And it was probably
Yeah.
misspelled on half the posters. Strangler.
Stranger. Yeah. I like Stranger's music.
I'm
I
actually
enjoyed the soundtrack.
I'm a Stranger fan.
I'm now a Stranger convert.
And it doesn't say
anyway,
that they're over. So,
Maybe they're torn.
yeah, again, if you're listening
if you're listening, Stranger, and you
and
want
still alive,
Paul's willing to buy you gifts
yeah.
for your
Yeah,
show.
Really good ones.
Right.
Real good.
Good
I mean,
outdoor child gifts
If
and
you
everything.
like lighting
Anyway,
effects.
so he's walking around his apartment. Not really anything. He goes upstairs and he has like a computer lab thing
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
going on. But
Because he's a mechanic.
He's
with
a
degree in
mechanic.
computer science.
Right. that never comes back again,
no.
really.
But he grabs like a thing and then he goes out he turns off the radio, goes out the door.
Right.
Gets on his boat.
Gets on his boat.
Hooks his laptop
Top
up
to the boat, which
Right.
seemed like it was going to matter too.
Well, it did in a moment with the rewiring thing, but
I don't feel like it comes back.
but there's
really.
a reason Travis was like the guy you had to have.
Yes.
He's the best.
He knows.
So
he's going as fast as he can.
he's like going out there and
He's just
going
on a
real fast.
boating.
He's just
Yeah, he's
boating.
boating.
And we're
Yeah,
like, this
he's
is boring.
boating.
When
He's
we're
just
listening
boating.
to Stranger while watching a boat.
It's
Right.
forever.
It's a long time.
And then,
There's lots
then
of
the
long
shot pulls
boat
back,
shots.
and now here comes a boat friend.
a red boat
a much larger.
that says
red-
cigarette on the back.
Cigarette one.
Cigarette one.
Yeah.
You know it's bad because it's a cigarette. It's
Right.
just, they
But
use,
it's only his first cigarette, so it's not. It's not
yeah,
that
it's a
bad for
toxic.
you.
It's a toxic person driving
Right.
that boat.
So they just like ride together.
They're kind
for a
of
bit.
racing and
No,
having.
well, he just goes by him at first.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
railroad passes him, and he's riding in his wake, and it goes on for way too long. And then there's like an 80-yard line where he's like, "Time to put an end to this."
Yeah.
Right.
And then it cuts to him on the computer or whatever, and it's just like,
Right,
and he
because he's
blasts
a computer
off.
whiz.
Somehow the computer makes the
I'm
boat like
so-
super fast.
I'm really disappointed we never get payoff with the red boat.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
There's a lot of payoff. Like it should have been like Batman. Like he was like
Right.
secretly building like Batman boat.
We'll
and
get
he-
around to that.
I was
But
hoping
anyway.
for something akin to like One Crazy Summer when they blow off the back of the
God.
boat
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's like, boo, you know
Right.
what I mean? That
It's like
never
a
happens.
rocket.
No.
No, what this man is capable of is never truly shown,
Right.
but we'll get to that.
He's a fucking moron. So
He's also a complete idiot.
He is. He really is.
So
then
they
he
stop.
like blasts by
past
the red
him.
boat,
Right.
and then the red boat breaks
Breaks.
down.
Trying
And
to catch up
and
to
then
him.
he anchors the red boat to himself, pulls it in, so they
Right.
And now-
Because he's like, I'm a mechanic. I can help.
I can help you, right? And then that's
So now it shows
Well, and
him
the-
and Sean.
But the guy
looking at
Sean
his
on the
engine.
boat, the red boat driver, is like immediately an asshole to him. It's like, oh man, looks like your boat's in trouble. I can probably fix it. Well, you better fix it fucking fast. Like he
Right,
immediately jumps in
what?
a really aggressive but not.
you know why? We'll find out later because he can see all.
Well,
That's
yeah,
why.
there's that.
yeah.
And there's the glow stick component.
Right. Jesus. Right. So don't they go to like his house or something? Do they have the
Yeah,
conversation
they-
in the water?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're,
on
they're
water,
looking
yeah.
in front of the engine. And he goes, "Look, I can do this. It's gonna take me some time." And he goes,
And money.
and money,
And money.
he's
Money's not an
he's
issue.
Like, how much money do you need?
Well,
He's
because
like, "Well, I'll have to look at it." He's like, "Well, I gotta put together an estimate." And he's like, "Well, do it now." And he's
well,
like,
don't forget.
Hold
it's-
on, man. I can do it tomorrow. And he goes, "Fine, I'll send my secretary."
Well, the whole thing too is the wiring on the boat is what's screwed. Like the boat just broke down because all of a sudden all the wiring
It's not
went
the
bad.
engine.
It's not the engine. It's the
Which is
wiring.
really odd.
And so
but, okay.
Sean wants Travis to make his boat
faster
better.
than
Better than
Travis.
better than Travis's, and Travis like took me a lot of time.
Which
and
I
money,
don't know
man.
about you guys, but
His
I
boat
was,
wasn't
I was
great.
assuming that there was like a job that they needed a boat that was super
Oh, yeah.
fast.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
I assume there's. I had so many assumptions
No, this
about
guy just
like,
wanted
why
a,
that
right.
guy needed
No,
a
this guy
super
just
fast.
he just wanted a fast
No,
boat.
it just came down to I just want a really fucking
Maybe
fast
his
boat.
other boat was out of gas.
Right. So yeah, that's they split ways there, right? And
Yeah,
then
they like
Yeah.
shake hands.
Right.
and
They make
fades
the
to black.
deal. They make the deal, and he says that he'll send his secretary by tomorrow to
So
pick
then
up the
it's-
to
estimate.
pick up the estimate, right?
Right.
Yeah, and then the next thing is Travis going into work
Right.
with his
Right.
computer.
Where he doesn't touch a boat.
No, he doesn't do a goddamn thing.
No, he doesn't do anything.
No.
He's just sort of standing there in the
Right.
He
back
goes
corner.
back there, and then that's when the sexy lady, blonde lady, shows up.
Carrie, yeah.
Carrie shows
She
up.
comes in
shows
and
up
she says,
wearing,
"I'm
like, underwear." She's just wearing like lingerie.
dude." She's like completely nude,
And she's the most dressed she ever is for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like-
She's wearing just like
White see-through was the cover-up. That was the modesty bodice that she was wearing from the beginning. Because you need to know she's brains too. I mean, she's
Right,
just
right.
she's not a bitch. She's not just a bimbo.
yeah.
It's important.
and then the
Like all the other
ensuing
bimbos
the
in the
ensuing
movie.
conversation. I don't want to underestimate it. It's like two sex dolls that were programmed to talk to each other about
Oh my
fucking.
God.
But then you change the content of the conversation to an estimate.
right.
You know what I mean? They were just like so.
That is a hot estimate.
I am here for an estimate.
Right.
If you're going to give it
if-
to me.
Could you put the estimate in me?
Yeah, it's
Well, she asked for estimate, and
Yeah.
he's like, I haven't had time to do it. Like, I just got here. It's the morning.
I left the guy that
Yeah,
your
just had-
your
anyway.
boss. I literally drove from your boss here, so
Yeah, not ready.
yeah.
Can I get it to you by 5?
And she's like, that's fine.
No, she goes, do I have a choice?
Oh, yeah.
You have a choice.
Yeah.
And then she starts walking away. He's like, "What's your name?" Carrie.
Carrie.
It's like, "Oh, really?"
Right.
It's like really repetitive and
Well,
like
no,
it's like two
because she keeps referring
aliens.
to Sean by his last name, which
Mr.
I
Halloway.
Mr.
Mr.
Halloway.
And it's like,
Yeah.
do you always call your boss Mr. Halloway? No,
goes,
I call him Sean.
What should I call you?
Right. No, it was really awkward.
It's so weird. It's so weird. So she tells him where to go, right? Doesn't she like because the next scene is him showing up at.
Dude, she doesn't tell him where
No,
to
she
go,
doesn't.
but
He
No,
just
she
knows.
doesn't. No, you're right.
He just shows up at Sean Halloway's house.
He just
Yeah,
like,
because we cut to that.
Oh, no. It cuts to the house, and that's
Yeah, it
when
cuts to the house.
God, that woman.
oh,
That woman, there's this girl, like, jumps in a pool and then swims over to
Oh
Carrie and
God,
goes,
damn it!
it's a beautiful day.
It's such a beautiful day on this planet.
No,
She
what
said
the
something really
it was
weird.
insane.
well, no,
it was just like,
I feel so connected to the sun.
that's
Yes,
it.
right,
It was
right.
a beautiful day. I feel so connected to the sun.
Oh, you're always so
Connected
happy
to
just
the sun.
You're always so connected to the sun. And she's
oh.
like, I just love the sun and our
And-
friends and the pool. She just, it doesn't.
Dude, you're doing too much. You're doing it better. Like,
Yeah,
you're
she's-
doing too. The way she said it was
It's like
incredible.
dead. It's-
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like she's never
everyone
said something
was,
on camera
was
before.
dead in this. It was no one put any emotion.
She's like,
into
if
any
you
of
taught
this.
Bub from Day of the Dead to speak while swimming.
It's a beautiful day.
It's
I'm
a day.
connected to the
I
sun.
connected to the sun.
Oh, you're always so connected to the sun.
So then,
Yeah,
they-
it's like, all right,
All right,
sure.
cool. And then she just like paddles away.
Yeah.
And then he knocks at the door. She answers it.
Oh God, it's
Oh, no.
no.
Nicole.
Nicole, the one we
who-
see on the plane
The-
at the
yeah,
beginning.
Yes,
at
the
the
woman at
beginning,
the beginning.
who I did not know was the same human being.
Yeah, but she's the main
She looked
character.
very different.
So anyway,
And she's not the main character.
She
she's
is.
She's a framing device.
she's the main character.
She's the framing device.
This is just part one of a series of her life.
There might be
this?
more.
She's
the
like, this
second
is
one.
like Ryan's babe, but
God
about
damn.
her. She's Brian.
Brian.
Ryan. She's Ryan. Anyway, she answers the door and she's like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "I'm
Here to see Mr. Holloway.
I have an estimate to give to him." She's like, "Fine."
Is
what
that
do you
all
need?"
you want?
Dude, I love too.
Yeah, is
that-
that all you
Is that-
came here?
I
like,
realized-
she was ready to
Because she's
nail
like
him.
basically naked and like,
Dude, she like literally is like, I will have sex with you. It's too bad that you only came for an estimate.
Right.
I'd like you to come for a lot of different reasons.
I'd like to fix your boat.
Right, right. But I know it's 1993 and like emails aren't a thing, but he could call Mr. Holloway and just say, "This is how much it's going to cost."
dude, he.
Why does
doesn't-
it need to be a printed out piece of paper in a manila
Because
envelope?
I don't think he has a phone.
He has all these computers.
He lives on a houseboat.
He lives in a house. I don't think he has a phone.
His job doesn't have a phone. His shop.
I don't know a lot
It's
about...
whatever. It
I don't know a lot
doesn't
about
matter.
seafaring life.
Yeah, I don't know.
It just seemed odd to me that he had to physically be present to
It's just
give
how
him
he
the
likes to
estimate.
get around, dude. He likes to be.
Maybe he
mobile.
wanted to learn more about this guy. He was curious
Yeah.
about Mr.
You don't just
Holloway.
work on a man's boat. You need
No,
to know the
you need
man
to know the
himself.
man.
Well, that's exactly what happens. He stands in the goddamn hallway long enough that the fucking Carrie comes out.
Carrie
Right.
comes out.
They
right.
they flirt more. They're
it's-
flirting because you know what they're saying. You understand the context of what they're saying.
There's no physical emotion.
No,
It's like-
no.
It's like
It's just two humans speaking.
if there was a
at each
thing
other.
called dry flirting, they are dry flirting the shit out of each other.
Yes.
It's
Yes,
crazy.
There's no way like blood is going to their genitals while they're
Right.
speaking. Like this is what flirting would be if you
Right.
cloned it
If-
wrong.
If mayonnaise could flirt.
Yeah, right.
God.
Yeah, it's just dead. It's like dead and old.
And then Sean shows up and he goes, God, I think he asked him this question like 3 times. He's
Yeah.
like, "You like what you see?"
Right.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. He
There's
does
something
he
like
just
that.
keeps
'Cause
calling. Anytime that Travis looks at a woman, immediately like, "You like that?
You
And
like
it's
that?
hey, how's that?"
That's all for me,
And
but it could be
they're
for
still
you.
standing there though. Just like
Because they go into the bar area with the talk.
right.
Yeah.
And he's looking out the window. He's like, "You like what's out there?"
You like the landscaping?
Yeah.
as every scene has a bikini-clad woman in it. It doesn't
Every
matter
single
what
one.
is happening. Just
Also,
at all times, there's a woman in a bikini.
Good portion to note that this is completely edited, so there's no sex,
Right.
nudity, or cursing.
And it took us a little while to figure that out.
Yeah, because they didn't just edit out the cursing; they cut it out like it's silence.
Well, they removed the whole rape scene.
Oh yeah, right. No, they do.
Right.
We haven't got there yet.
No, we're
though.
not.
Do
But
you think we got to see that in the regular version?
I hope not. I hope it's not that vile. So yeah, they're at the bar talking, right? And then that's when he's talking about. He asked him about. So what's the estimate?
right. And it's
And
like,
he tells him like,
He's
okay,
like-
it's gonna be
he's
this
like,
much.
"Give me this." I forget what it was.
I
It was
forget,
a bunch
yeah.
of money.
It was a
and
bunch
he's
of
like,
money.
I'm gonna need a quarter, and he cuts him off. And he goes, "I'll give you half right now." Writes him a check, and he
Right.
goes, "Hey, you
so
know
this
what?"
guy obviously really needs this boat
boat.
for something.
It's like a pressing issue
Yeah,
through the whole movie.
And he's also talking like it's a drug deal the whole time.
Right.
Yes,
Even
they
though
know
it's
assumed
just
they
him
were.
There's no
legitimately
reason why
hiring.
this has to be so
Right.
shady looking.
Yeah,
Right.
He is legitimately hiring a mechanic, but he's acting like he's
Like,
trying to buy
did the director-
cocaine.
They could have been actually buying cocaine and just using boat as a code word at this
Right.
point.
I'm wondering if the director David J. Schweitzer or
Hashtag.
or hashtag
Or find
image
him at
minister was that
Image
his-
Minister
Yeah.
on Instagram.
We're
and
waiting
Twitter.
for him to answer a question for us that one day might
There
happen.
will be a poll.
There will be a poll. Yeah. So I'm wondering if they thought that like hiring a human to work on your boat is somehow illegal, because it seems like they
Right.
did think that.
Yeah.
It's not like this hot in Miami shady deal going down.
Right.
She's like,
You need
"Hey."
somebody to fix your boat.
Yeah, it's a mechanic,
Right.
dude. Like, it's fine. You can do it. You can do it at a fucking police headquarters. It's okay.
So then he goes, "Hey, I'm about to get out of here. You look like you should come with me.
Right.
and
Let's
hang
just go
out."
party.
You're my boatsman
Oh no,
now.
no, that's
so-
what he goes. He goes, "Hey, I'm gonna leave." Right, he writes him a check, and he goes, which is stupid because he comes back for a check later. I just realized he
Yep.
writes a
Yeah.
check right
Yeah,
there.
he writes the check right there.
Anyway, and he goes, he's like, "Hey, I'm about to bounce out of here. You should come with me." And then he's like, "Okay, sure." And it cuts directly to them being in a strip club.
In the best place in the world. Not
Yeah,
just
well,
a strip
Hold
club.
on.
First,
At
it's
first,
just
we
a
just
strip
know it's a
club.
strip
Right.
club. It's so the guy that the mechanic he hired.
Right.
to
Oh, and he
fix
also
his-
says, "You can explain what I just paid for."
Yeah, he
Yeah.
says
He doesn't
"Fucking
even
come
know.
with me and explain what I just paid for." So now we cut to a scene which is amazing. It's amazing. It keeps escalating.
Right.
can't believe
You're
this
watching
place
a
is
scene
real.
where a
It
man.
immediately looks like a Motley
This
Crue
scene
video.
takes place in a real building, establishment.
Where a man
I love it.
who is hanging out with his boat mechanic in a
As you do.
strip club.
Yep.
As you do.
The guy who
Silently.
also has all these hot women
Right.
to hang out with, and his choice to hang out with at a strip
He's
club
his boat
is
mechanic.
his boat mechanic.
He said,
so
"I gotta
good.
get." He was in the middle of a business meeting and
He's
was like,
like,
"I gotta get out of
here."
here." They're just in a strip
Dude, you
club.
basically have your own strip club
Oh,
in
you
the
know what?
outside.
He probably went for the buffet.
Sometimes-
That's how the rich stay rich. You
It's
find
his
the
version.
cheapest deal.
It's his version of Cheers.
Yeah, we didn't see the part he walks in. Mr. Holloway!
Hey!
Here's your normal seat. Yeah. So,
we meet Tequila.
so Tequila, he's like, I want you to meet this. A stripper comes down from the stage, and he's like, meet Tequila. Tequila starts flirting with Travis, and then
Well,
Mr.
he's staring at her and he goes, "Why don't you?"
Do you like that? Do you like that?
Do you
Do you
like
like
that?
that?
And
Yeah,
he's like,
anytime Travis looks at something, Travis could look at a sandwich in this.
You like
And
You
Mr.
like that?
Holloway shows up and is like,
Ah,
you want
you
to
like
buy
that?
that? Hey.
You like
But
that?
he's like, "Go get it if you want it." And he's like, "Nah, she looks like $1 million. That's all she wants." He's
Well, no,
like,
he's like, women that look like $1 million, usually that's all they want. That's his
And
theory
he
in
goes,
life.
Right.
"You got to learn how to take what you want."
I love that he's
Or
also
whatever.
saying that about a stripper in a movie that is exceedingly sexist. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
it- oh, yeah.
It doesn't even make the logic doesn't even make any sense.
But
Alright.
so then he calls over her. He's like, "This is Tequila. Talk to them." So they're talking, and he gets to walk away. And now we get to see what the
Well,
rest
no,
of
no,
this
no.
building is.
No, because he does invite Travis to get into this next mix-up first, and Travis is like, no, because you're a strong boater, so I assume that you can do this.
Yeah, there is. He invites him, but he
He
stays
invites
with
him to-
Tequila.
So we need to kind of reveal what's happening in the
Okay,
other side of the
okay.
strip club.
So the other half of the strip club, the strip club was called, what was it?
Pure Platinum.
Pure Platinum.
Right.
But apparently it's a 2-part venue
Establishment.
where the other half is called Knockout
Right.
Knockout
Knockout
Saloon.
Saloon.
Saloon. and it cuts to a
boxing-
full-on boxing match
Right.
in a
In a
nightclub.
ring, in a bar.
But you can
Yeah.
see the strip club happening in the background.
Yeah,
It's like
there's-
right next
It's
to it.
right there.
Yeah, they
It's
didn't have to
so
leave the
Yeah,
room.
so there's men having a boxing match in a dark in a
Okay.
dark
Okay.
lit
When
neon
you say
strip
having
club.
a boxing match,
it's a
it's
mess. Yeah.
hysterical if you pay attention to
That's
nothing but the boxing
boxing
match.
is
It's
terrible.
hysterical. Dude, there's a part where he's just standing. One boxer's standing there flexing with his arms in the air,
because
and the other guy's like punching him
Yeah,
in the
it's so
guts a
great.
million
Well, they
times.
have
You're
so
like,
the whole
what
thing
is
too is they
going
have a
on?
house champion, and if you defeat the house champion, you get free champagne for the rest of the
Right,
night.
right.
So there's reason to get in the ring
Yeah.
and bring your
It's like a
own
mud
shirts.
wrestling type deal. Like
Right.
you get in the ring, you win
And
drinks. Yeah.
Sean, Mr. Halloway, is like,
Dude, at this point, I was like, I love this character.
right?
Because
When
he
he's-
invites his boat mechanic to a
Right.
strip club / boxing ring.
and he keeps delivering. I mean,
Yeah, no,
past
the
this
guy's
he's
point,
like, hey, you
No,
want to fuck the stripper? Stripper, get over here.
Right.
Fuck him.
since you
And
won't,
then he's
I'm
like,
gonna go
oh,
boxing.
yeah, I'm gonna go over here and
Since
fucking
you won't
hate
fight-
fuck this
since
guy
you-
in the face until I get enough champagne.
Since you won't-
It was hysterical, man.
Since
he
you
just
won't fight
walked
for
to
me-
the edge of the
Well, but you know
ring and just stared
But they-
fucking daggers
but they
at him
had,
from the
they
crowd.
had to write this part in because of who they got to play the lead. They're like, part of his contract was like, I get to use jujitsu
Right.
in this film.
Probably, yeah.
See, I guess when you say there's action, man, there's no action.
This is,
action.
this is the action in
This
the movie.
fight scene is hysterical. It's nothing. The fight choreography had no. It was like a.
No, it's
He's
like,
only ever seen cartoons,
Right.
bro. Or like we played a lot of Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of just
But it's straight
everybody punching each other at once.
But it's straight boxing the whole time, and he's losing. Mr. Halloway is losing for a moment.
It's not straight boxing. It's goofy bullshit.
it's goofy as shit.
Sure, but then at the end, Holloway just throws a kick to the guy's chest, and everyone seems
Can
fine
we call
with
him
this.
Sean?
I call him Mr. Holloway.
Have some respect, Matt. The man has earned his name in this town.
Fine.
He's boxing every Friday night to win
Right.
champagne that he can afford to buy.
Anyway, yeah. Well,
Yeah, he can obviously. Well, he can't afford to give his friends gas. But
No, but he can afford this.
Right.
Right, so he basically takes him out like it's a freaking like what do you call it? Like a MMA match or
Right,
something.
right.
yeah.
He kicks
Kicks him right in the face.
You look insane. Matt's wearing like glow sticks that are holding his hair up. It's
It's
also
really weird looking.
pretty
Feeling.
great.
I don't know what it looks like. It feels very strange.
It looks as weird as
you
it
look like you're
feels.
from
All right.
Battlefield Earth.
Sick. Leverage. I'm getting leverage. All right.
This is going great.
It's so good.
We're only 10 minutes into this movie.
So Sean kicks the shit out of that guy. He sits back down with the free champagne back into his regular clothes because
Right.
he changed into boxing.
It's-
shorts.
Yeah.
And he sits
Go
back
get your
down.
shorts.
Go get your shorts.
This movie has scenes that take way too long to end.
It's
and
so
this
awesome. I
particular
love
one
it.
is Sean sits back down, puts the champagne down, they all get served champagne, and then he just laughs.
Right.
For almost a minute. I mean, I don't know, like 30. It was
Wait.
long.
He laughs with no incitement.
Yeah, no. They
He just
It's
starts
just
laughing.
like, and then it just fucking ends.
You're like, wait, what?
It's honestly fucking beautiful. I love this scene. This
Right.
scene is amazing. Congratulations,
So,
David J. Schweitzer.
You did it.
You did whatever that was. You're the only man to do it.
but now it gets dark because we cut to the back of the limo.
yeah, we cut to the limo.
Oof. All right, so Travis is
Sean, are you happy?
Yes.
Sean.
Travis is very
Mr.
drunk.
Holloway.
And Sean is like, hey, you want another one for the road? And he's like, I'll have 2 for the road. And then he hands him an already mixed
That's
drink
right.
that's in the car. And he-
Bad news. If you're listening at a bar and somebody's handing you an already mixed drink right now,
Don't take it.
don't
Yeah.
take that.
he hands it to him and he goes, what's in this drink? And the movie looks
All
all
weird.
Yeah.
So
So we're like, holy
it's
shit,
not
what is-
okay. Now this occurred to me that it could just be saying that he was just that was too much to drink, but it's him drugging him.
It's him
It
drunk.
has
It's
to be.
absolutely him
It's
drugging him.
Sean, Mr.
'Cause
Holloway,
there's motivation.
drugging Travis.
Yes.
There's motivation. I don't understand why he had to do what he had to do, but
It's his boat mechanic.
right.
He has
He-
to, and like he,
And he
didn't-
wanted him to do it quickly.
Can I
Right.
point out something too? What happened in Knockouts and Pure Platinum, while very sensational,
Sexy.
was not illegal. He doesn't have.
No,
it's not like
yeah.
Travis saw something,
Right.
which he would be like, "Well, I got to get this guy into my fold so I can blackmail." He just saw you boxing a dude for champagne. None of this is illegal.
Yeah,
He
it's
can
not.
still just leave and he's fine. He doesn't have anything on you.
Yeah.
There's no reason to do what you're about to do.
I don't understand the follow. Dude, I mean, the first 45 minutes of this movie are baffling. At best, you just being like, what are we watching? Because, yeah, he
roofies
him, it fades to...
Gets him back to his house. And now has a woman clad in a blue bikini.
No, it's tequila.
Oh, it's tequila.
It's tequila.
It is tequila, the
Oh,
stripper.
excuse
Which
me.
is insane because she wasn't in the limo with them.
Right, so he actually...
God, what the fuck did he do with them for like the 40...
Tequila.
How long? Like, they left the strip club. She had to work the rest of her shift. Get off of work, take a shower.
She was in
regular clothes.
No,
she was
in
wearing
different clothes.
She was wearing different clothes.
She got off of her work.
She got off of work,
shower.
drove to Mr. Holloway's house, and then he goes... He's like,
goes, yeah, give him a good
time
time.
no matter what.
Right.
And she goes, I'll give him
And
two
this-
good times.
And this
sexy
dude is
motherfucker.
roofied. I mean,
This dude is out.
He is out cold.
They are
Yeah, no.
dragging him to the bedroom.
Mr. Holloway.
I want to
is
know
telling her
what
to rape
Sean,
him.
Yeah.
what Sean
yes.
did to him.
At this point, he doesn't deserve
He's Sean.
Mr.
He didn't-
Holiday.
yeah, no.
Because he
he's
orders
he's
a
roofied
woman
somebody. He's
to rape him. It's
Right.
like, why? What did
she-
Travis do?
So
Dude, he's trying to fix your boat.
Not that there would ever be a good reason to do this to a human,
Oh,
but
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a bad guy. It's like, what's your motivation for?
You're wasting resources.
You're a shitty villain. You're not
Yeah.
like this guy is just trying to fix your fucking
Let
boat.
him
Right.
fix your boat.
And under your
Stop
demands,
fucking with him.
under your demands of quickly, all you're doing, like all you want him to do is fail at fixing this boat at this point.
They
Yeah,
probably
it's not
riddled
like
him with STDs from some woman that'll fuck anyone you tell her to. It's not good.
But there's no way they had sex. He was black out. Like,
I know.
Right.
Well, that's what you were joking. We said she just shoved. A
okay, we
flaccid
don't need.
penis.
Yes.
What's going
What
on?
happened there? We don't know.
But he's naked when the dude. When it shows the morning, he has
So-
clothes on it when the scene starts.
It's important to
and then
note
Face
that
of the
we were
Morning.
watching an edited version, so it's possible that this movie has a
wasn't sexy.
full-on rape scene that we missed.
Oh
It's
my
true.
God.
Because it cuts to the morning.
But it's
and
like
he's
not even
butt
merited
naked.
by the villain's motive.
No.
You know, it's just like for no reason.
It's so fucking.
Does Sean
weird,
get
man.
off
All
of
right,
this? He's like an insane human being.
He is insane. I'll give you that. I'll agree there.
He's-
I mean, we find out he's not even
bonkers.
just like on our level.
he's like
No,
a
he's
demon.
completely elevated to a new plane.
yeah, later.
That would have been great if that was what happened. If he turned out
like
to be
Travis was always destined to be like like the
Dude,
son of Satan or
right.
something.
Like at the end of the movie, if like it was almost like fallen, where like a soul floated out of him and went into another person, I'd be like, this movie rules.
It goes into the woman on the plane.
Oh
right?
god, it's so good.
She's Sean Holloway
Well,
now.
Don't forget, we're dealing with part of the McLeod clan too, because this is Travis McLeod.
Oh yeah, right. He is
yes.
McLeod.
So
So, they could be
already-
an immortal.
There's already a supernatural element involved.
He's a.
All of this seems plausible based on what I remember seeing.
There's just no reason to order him to be sexually assaulted
No.
while he's roofied.
No.
It makes no sense.
It's insane.
And that woman,
And it never comes up again.
no,
no,
it's-
she
it
steals-
doesn't even accomplish
No,
anything.
it's well, she steals his wallet.
She does steal his
Right.
wallet, but he wakes up and he doesn't
we
really.
see him like run out of the house, and we're like, "Yeah, dude, you
Yeah,
just got
yeah,
roofied.
yeah, go to the cops.
Get the fuck
yeah,
out of
yeah,
there."
call the cops. Burn this house to the ground. Don't fix that boat.
No, but he goes back and he starts working on the boat.
No, he doesn't.
No,
he
he doesn't. He
doesn't.
leaves.
He le-
He leaves, and then
That's right.
Oh, shit, that's
He
right.
leaves the house.
and then he cuts outside to the pool where they have another bullshit. Like those women have the most fucking vile conversations by that pool. It's like the words don't even make sense. You're just like, what are you saying? And then they get a knock at the door, and it's fucking
It's Travis again. He didn't even go home. He just sped up the driveway to come back.
It's important because she says, "How's the boat coming?"
And it's like, oh, I
It's
didn't
coming.
even do that.
No,
I
but
just,
he goes, it's coming good. It's like, dude,
that's
no,
right.
I'm
you
with-
haven't even been. You were raped last night.
No, that was Sean asking, "How's my boat
Oh,
coming?"
right, but still,
Is my-
the
did
dude
you-
hasn't even had time to touch
No,
the
he goes.
fucking
He goes.
boat.
Did you start on my boat yet? And he goes, "Oh, I'm
No,
weeks
Sean's not
ahead of you."
there.
Yeah, he goes,
That's
I'm on-
later, though.
Oh,
That's, yeah,
it is
because
right, but
here-
it's still nothing. He has never touched the boat by
He's
that
not
point.
Just know the boat never somehow gets done, but also
He
gets
gets
done.
done. Yeah, right.
Did we miss something? Was
Well,
there,
he
like, a
comes back,
robbery
and this
or
is when
something, or-
he comes back,
Oh,
and this
we're
is
not there yet.
Okay.
We're about to get
he
there.
comes back to find his wallet, and then him and Carrie, he's like, well,
He's trying to get her to go on a date.
hold on,
Yeah, he's
because
like,
first he's like, well, where did you leave it? He goes, I think I could have been anywhere in the house. They're like, well, let's try the bar area.
I mean, he obviously has.
like,
He doesn't even remember the strip club at this point. They're like, "Where were you?" And
No,
he's like, "I was in the bar, at the house."
and then he just says, I got a little drunk. So he's
Right.
not acknowledging that he was
He
drunk.
doesn't even remember.
He doesn't
going to the strip
remember.
club.
There's no reason for this man to be tortured like this.
No.
Right? And then so they're looking for his wallet in
Right.
they can't find it. And she's like, well, if it turns up,
I'll let you know.
by the way, do you want to go out on a date? 'Cause
Well,
then
and he doesn't.
then they end up outside, right?
She's just like, "Do you want to come out by the pool and hang out?"
Hang out, yeah.
And
And
then
then
they're
he drops
talking
that
by the
smooth
pool.
ass line. It's like, you know,
I was gonna go to your favorite
I was going to go to your
restaurant
favorite
tonight,
restaurant tonight,
which is Italian. And then she's like,
and he does a horrible Italian accent.
yeah. And then he's like, well, actually, they also
French.
have Chinese food,
Yeah,
No,
because
it's
he was
French.
wrong.
French, and then
No,
it was,
it was Italian,
No,
French,
it's
and then
Japanese.
sushi.
Yeah,
It's
sitting on
Japanese.
pillows.
Yeah.
right. And then she eventually
She's
agrees,
like, "Oh."
Well, she says she can't tonight,
but she will tomorrow.
but she will tomorrow. She'll do like she has to work with Sean tonight. Like obviously there's shit going down that they have to. I mean,
Shit where they don't need a really fast boat.
no, not yet. I mean, I assume that's coming
Not
up.
yet.
Not yet. Not
But
yet.
during
Yeah.
this conversation, there's an engine. You hear this engine noise.
Revving, and we're like, wait, does somebody else have a boat that's
Yeah,
working?
I was like, is Sean gonna like ride a boat up into the pool? Like, why is that engine noise so loud? And it went on for so long. And then when it got like ungodly loud, it was like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah." They were like, oh, I guess he's back.
Yeah, Sean's here.
and
he-
his
that
boat,
boat
another
had
boat.
In another boat. Well, I mean, he's a man of means.
Yeah, and it's he gets out with the two dudes, right?
We don't know if those
Yeah.
means are nefarious yet.
Yeah, we
And,
don't. We don't have proof.
I would like to.
It,
know.
just so you know, just to frame this properly, this is like a play off of, I guess, Point Break, and it's very just like it reminds you of Point Break and Fast and the Furious
Yeah.
very easily.
The whole like
All set
we're-
up and
we're six friends living together. We're family, but we do some robbing. Is kind of the vibe you get,
right.
Which is very fast.
guess-
And like you could be a
Furious.
part of this if you wanted, but
Right.
you fell in love with the one person who's kind of good.
right.
Yeah, that whole spiel.
Carrie has a moral compass.
Yeah, right.
Except it's just people staring at each other.
Well, Carrie
talking.
has a,
Yeah, right.
This movie,
Carrie
there's
has a
not
moral
a
compass,
lot
but
going
kind of
on.
doesn't because of what she does to Travis shortly.
Yeah.
With the helping her
Oh,
move.
right.
Yeah. So, all right. So then Sean shows
God
back up.
damn it.
This is where
There's a
he
lot
asks,
to unpack in
It's
this.
so dense.
This is where Sean asks how he's going with his boat, and that's when he's like, "Oh, I'm way ahead of you, pal." And it's like, you have not looked at it.
Yeah, you have.
You don't
haven't
even
been to
know where
work.
it is. You have not
You
opened
spent
anything.
last night being God knows what. Some woman prodding you, doing whatever to steal your money.
Tequila having her way with you.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and then he's like, I left my wallet here. And he goes, yeah, you shouldn't. He tries to embarrass. It seems like he's trying to embarrass him in
I
front
assume
of Carrie.
that they did a blackmail photo thing like they did with the judge in the beginning.
They seem to be-
Right?
That's
he was
my
like,
guess.
he was like, yeah.
But it was like
You
too
almost let that
graphic, and they
bimbo
had to
get
cut
Like
away
it.
anyone
with
that
it.
works for Sean, he blackmails.
gotta have
He
photos
needs to
of
have
him.
insurance. He
Right.
does say that.
He says he's in the insurance business.
He says he's in the insurance business because after Travis leaves, remember he says to Carrie like,
That's a different scene.
oh, "Okay,
Dude, I know. It's hard because it's just people talking, but that is a different scene.
Okay, so-
and it's people
just
talking
where-
with no emotion. So
yeah, it's they're all so blank."
This is
scene-
where he like he's like you that bimbo almost made off with this. You're lucky I grabbed
you're
it.
lucky I
from-"
grabbed it right.
He's like, yeah, you shouldn't sleep with bimbo, wimbo, or whatever. Like, I think he was trying to.
all
like,
women are bimbos.
All
It's-
women
it
are
doesn't
bimbos.
make any
It's
sense.
terrible,
And
yeah.
then so he gives him his wallet back, and then he's like, "Let me give you that check." He's like, "You also need to give me the check,"
right.
which was like, but you saw him.
Give
you saw
me-
him write the check.
You saw it earlier.
But it was before they went and got. all
Insane,
that.
yeah.
so I
Yes,
guess they
before
maybe
they-
Before they went
forgot about
strip
it.
fighting.
yeah, strip fighting, knockouts, and yeah.
What is it? What happens after that?
I mean, I can tell you who doesn't go work on a boat.
No,
that
fuck
that
no.
for certain does not.
That doesn't happen until like the end of the
No.
movie.
and it's not even a montage. I kind of hoped for a boat working.
Yeah.
montage,
Yeah, wasn't.
I
Well, so now we cut to
think-
the date. I mean,
That's it, because the date.
Yeah, 'cause
starts with all the bad
she's
people
on the boat with the bad people, and she's like, well, it's time for me to go meet
It's
Travis.
time to go for meet Travis. Because we're introduced to the two men.
Right.
There's like the sleazy guy that smokes
Oh,
a
that's
lot,
right.
and
Right.
Alan. Alan, who's apparently a character that we're supposed to care about.
Alan was pretty important, evidently.
Yeah, I
Alan
guess.
and Wendy are very important characters you should care about.
Even though they are so non-functional in the movie. Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, it's Sean being like, she's like, I like him, and he's like, you better get some insurance. And she's like, what kind of insurance? He's like,
Life insurance. Which at this point, okay, now let me throw this out there, guys.
Him over laughing was fucking
yeah.
awesome.
Him saying that to her, she had already said to Travis that she had a thing to do,
Right.
and she had to, you know what I mean? Like,
Right. Well, I
But
assume
we don't get to
we've
see
jumped
whatever
to
they
that.
did. We just
We don't
don't
get
get
to see
to
what
see
they
whatever
did.
they did. It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because
So
at no point are police in this movie.
No, they don't.
Not
It's
for a
a-
There are
single
no
scene.
dirt.
There's not a Gary Busey looking for them.
There are no
Yeah.
dirty deals.
No, Thunder Jeep. Okay. So that's when they're on the date. They're making out in a car.
No, a boat.
A
boat.
Cars.
Cars do not exist.
For a minute, I thought we weren't going to get any cars until we got to that one scene.
They were in a
But
boat in this scene. I
They
thought
were
they
making
were.
out in a
Yeah, they were
boat.
making out in a boat.
In a
I thought they were. I thought
And
they were in a
she's
car.
like, stop. And he's like, why?
I can't go further because I'm
Because
still.
she said shit. No, God, hold on. Before they
Yeah.
get on the boat to leave, I love this interchange. He's like, all right, well, we can get on my boat and get out of here. And she goes, so what do you want to do? And
Oh
he's like-
God.
He's like,
I don't know.
What
What
do
do
you
you-
guys want? No,
Here,
she,
we can
no.
do it.
He goes, yeah, let's do it. He's
I
like,
don't care.
So what do you want to do? I'm up for anything.
Oh, anything?
Anything?
I'm up for anything too. What do you want to do?
Anything sounds good.
I like anything.
Joe's like, stop talking! This movie's dialogue is so
It's
bad.
pretty great.
It's
Oh, what do you
really
mean by
bad.
anything? Zoom in on Travis's
His
mouth.
crooked, smiling,
Right.
and then they're on,
Shaving, right?
Yeah,
right.
shaving.
Yeah, shaving.
so then they're on the boat making out, and she's
like, I
"Don't
can't
stop."
do this.
And he's like, but you just been. Remember the anythings?
Right, yeah,
I
we
thought
just-
anything was
no.
fucking, and then she's like, "No, I'm still
I have to,
kind of
like-
seeing someone, and my stuff is at their house.
Right.
So until I go pick it up,
I
Right.
can't be in
I
another
can't
relationship.
have
I can't have sex with you until I get my TV out
the-
of this
it was
guy's
great
house.
too because she was like, "I need help getting it," and he didn't
need a truck.
immediately jump on the.
Right.
His truck is huge
Yeah, she
and
goes.
beautiful.
She goes.
Yeah,
I
he
need.
has
She
a
goes.
truck.
I need someone with a truck to help me, and I don't know what to do. And he's like, "Wow, that's difficult, dude. You drove there in a truck.
with her.
Yeah,
And so he
Well,
does.
he
He does say.
eventually
He does
does.
eventually
He
go. Well,
does.
I'll help you get your stuff.
We can do it tomorrow afternoon. I'll take a time off work, which is away from the boat.
yeah. No, again, the boat
See,
does
the
not
boat
matter.
doesn't matter. Yeah.
But there's a ticking clock with the
There
boat
is
with
a ticking
Sean.
clock.
But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, but he keeps asking about it like they
I
need
know.
it for
Something.
something.
They don't though. So then she's like,
Oh,
okay, so they start making out more again.
It looks like they're just gonna have sex at that point.
Yeah, but
That scene ends where I'm like, okay, they're gonna have
that
sex.
stuff's
But they
still in
don't.
the house. He didn't get the
Yeah,
stuff.
Stuff
they have-
out of that. You can't have sex when her shit's
Yeah,
in
she
someone
said
else's house.
no.
That's when your end. A relationship doesn't end until all your
Right.
Stuff is out of
belongings are removed. Right. So they go to this kind of like a little
So is
palatial
this
like.
the insurance? Is like
Yes.
Yeah.
making him a
This is-
criminal so
this-
that then
No,
he
this
can-
is a vehicle to describe what was going on in the opening scene, really, and to show that they will use their leverage, their insurance on anyone for anything. Because at this point,
No, but why would
What?
he tell her? Hold on. She just wants to fuck this guy.
She's
Right.
only
He
interested in him.
threatens that if you don't get some insurance on him,
He doesn't threaten it. He recommends it.
He
he
recommends
recommends
it.
you get some
but
insurance.
Sure.
I'm assuming at
She's
this
now
point they've already
tricking
done
him-
the tequila photos. So,
No, but yeah.
So
Yeah,
So,
so-
why would he say
oh
that?
Right.
my God, you're right.
Yeah,
Why would he
that means
say
there
that?
are no tequila photos because
Right.
they don't have insurance on them. That means he had her rape him for literally,
Nothing.
literally
Nothing.
nothing. He drugged and sexually.
Oh my god!
He's a
All
sex
right.
criminal for a man that did nothing but want to fix his boat.
for an honest day's
For the
pay.
honest answer,
Yeah.
he's just like, I'm gonna take this guy to a boxing strip club
Right.
and then get a woman to touch him while he's under.
Right.
Anyway.
Just because I find that fun.
I like that we came up with the picture thing
Right.
because it would make sense that at least he would have something.
Right.
Like he's working for me, I need
Right.
insurance.
But how is this insurance?
It's not. He recommends to Carrie, if you're gonna date someone in our line of work, you
force him to be a criminal.
Force him to be a criminal
Trick him into
against his
being-
will.
Right.
By the way, don't take away from his boat fixing time.
So they pull up to this house, and she's like, "Oh, don't worry. The guy I was dating is out of town on vacation for 2 weeks.
I have keys.
We'll
No
just
big.
go in and get
my stereo,
my
TV, and all my jewelry.
and my jewelry that I've only been seeing this guy for like a couple times. Like I went out twice with him, and then I
had
left
a
my
TV
TV.
brought.
Dude, he is so
Dude,
stupid.
yeah, at this
Travis
point you can
is-
fix a boat with a computer, but you don't understand you're committing theft.
You're being set up for grand theft.
They barely took that TV.
That
Looks like
TV
it was from
that-
1983.
I mean, from '93, it's probably
that
worth
TV
something.
in '93 money.
No,
Probably
It was at
200
least,
bucks.
that was probably $4,000.
no, fuck no.
And
It was so
adju-
small.
Adjusted for inflation.
No. It
No, it
looked
was
like an
terrible.
old crappy TV. It didn't look like a good one. 93, you could at least have like a 27-inch TV in your home. That thing was
Okay.
That was like a 16-inch TV
It was.
from the 80s.
It wasn't the best television.
It was garbage.
It was. Regardless of that, we still haven't said. She's like, it doesn't work. Can you break in?
Right.
He climbs up the
he
house.
changed the locks.
He changed the locks. He climbs up the house.
So you
breaks in, opens the
change
door.
the locks before you go on vacation, right?
Yeah, always.
Because the girl you dated twice gave you
Gave you a TV, stereo,
that you gave
and
a key
jewelry.
to,
Yeah.
so she could get her TV back at any time.
Oh my god.
Damn it, Travis!
Oh my god.
At so many points in this movie, I just want to stop Travis and talk to him and just be like, "Look, dude, this is not going
Cut
great
your
for you.
losses.
Like,
Run.
Fix the boat.
fix the boat."
Stay out of these people's lives.
Right.
Do your goddamn job.
Right. So he opens the door from the inside, and she's
Well, he
like,
climbs the tree.
he climbs up the tree, then comes in, opens the door from the inside, and he's like, "Well, I was well known for doing this kind of thing when I was a kid."
yeah.
And she's like,
Oh,
a man with a past. Oh, a human that had a past.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So they go in through the house. They see the shittiest TV from 1993, the Radio Shack special.
That TV wasn't even from '83. That TV just happened to be in that house for
Yeah,
years.
it looked really old. It
had rotaries for changing the
yeah,
channels.
it made no sense.
Yeah,
I was like,
it looked really
why
old.
Why are they?
They load
stealing
up
this
his truck with like not that much stuff.
No, the
There's
stereo.
barely anything.
Like if you're gonna fuck this guy over, at least say like, "Hey, here's some furniture."
He had art.
It looked like two.
Well, I guess at that
shoeboxes
point you're just like,
TV
"Oh, I dated this guy twice, and I left all my paintings at his
I
house."
left my paintings and my furniture,
right?
and my microwave and my oven. You know how to disconnect a gas line? That'd be great.
That would have been really good.
That'd be so good. Travis is
load
a
up a
moron. He'd be
stove.
like,
He's a mechanic, so he could
he
do
probably could.
Yeah.
They could have cleaned this motherfucker out.
it.
Instead, they just got like 3 to 5 things and
Right.
put it in the back of his truck. I was like, you could fit all that shit in a car.
right,
She didn't need
a truck.
his truck to do that job.
I mean, the TV is literally the size of a microwave.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I could
I
fit the shit in my car, my sedan. It's not that much stuff.
With
It was
room to
not much.
spare.
Yeah. So
But as they're loading up, the neighbors out there looking.
the neighbor, that doesn't come to fruition either.
Yeah,
I thought the neighbor.
I assume that's who called the cops.
That's who
Yeah.
called the cops,
Oh,
right?
there are cops in the movie. I forgot. There's
Yeah.
2.
Well, and they're all male strippers.
But that's not what happens next.
No.
That's not what happens
But
next.
every cop in this is a male stripper.
What does happen next? Because
I think this is the armored van robbery.
Yeah. So now we change
Oh,
things.
right.
But
So
the
now we get this.
well,
no,
the Porsche happens at some point where they make the awful joke about
the
like
gas.
like they're gonna do the van
No,
heist.
Paul's right.
Yeah, they cut to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
kitchen.
we cut to the kitchen. They're talking.
So Carrie used to date the super creepy guy.
Right.
What was his name? Clayton?
Yeah, was Clayton.
Yeah.
Something like that. And so then there's a scene of Travis coming to meet Carrie to go to hang out or whatever, and Clayton sees it and he's like, motherfucker. All that guy does
Yeah,
is
yeah, it's
mumble under his
motherfucker,
breath.
and he smokes.
Well,
He smokes.
He's
we're guessing
smoking.
motherfucker because it was
Yeah,
cut.
mumble.
was
Like
cut.
it was just muted every time.
Yeah, the whole soundtrack.
This is
it
where
wasn't just like
It wasn't just the
voice was dubbed. It was
Right.
like it cuts to silence on the soundtrack.
right.
Yeah.
He walks into Sean and goes, I need a new car. And Sean's like, why? And he goes,
Yeah, what's wrong with your old car?
It's
Mine-
out of gas.
Mine's out of gas.
You're like, "What-
Oh,
what does that mean? Dude, we're nowhere.
It's been an hour. We gotta
Oh my
keep
God.
going.
Oh my God. Oh my god, we're still 20 minutes into this movie.
No,
Farther than that.
we are
but
farther
not
than that,
much.
but my god.
That makes no sense. So then he's like, all right, fine, Alan, drive him out to get a new car.
Yeah.
Right.
And it shows
So and they're obviously working up like heist plans. They're looking because they're like, we're gonna go shopping. They're looking at pictures of jewelry, and so they're like, you can tell
it's
they're
the jewelry heist.
Yeah,
it's the jewelry
and they're
heist.
stealing the car. And
right,
the jewelry.
right. But you can tell they're basically they're common criminals. They're thieves. But you know,
That's how they live in a mansion together as friends.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they do. But this is the first time we see it.
Right.
Yep.
We're finally getting to know what's going on.
The Point Break is finally coming through.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, so they
yeah.
do this jewelry heist, which involves her wearing rings and then
And
putting them
rubbing
in front of
against
her boobs.
breast. The
Yeah.
Nicole,
Yes,
the woman
Nicole.
from the plane.
Right. She keeps. You
Yeah,
know,
she
she
distracts
uses
the guy
powers
behind
of
the
her
counter
sexuality.
by showing him cleavage so that she can switch the
Well, and
rings.
don't forget the
With
sound
faith.
effect. Yeah, anytime her boobs are on screen,
And that guy's looking at him,
Yeah,
it's like...
they wanted to put in a boing, but they just didn't have the nerve to do it.
But it's
so
like a swipe splat effect almost.
Right.
It's like swipe splat. Like...
yeah,
It's really
makes
weird.
it makes no sense.
Like, is that what his dick is doing? I don't even know what his...
Spurting
It's
semen
just-
into He's just filling
in
his
his
pants
pants.
up. Just filling them up.
The perfect crime.
They steal a
so
bunch
they
of
do
shit.
that, and then we see the guy at the dealership.
Right.
He's like, I'm looking for something
Red.
red. Yeah, and he's like, how
Because
about
that's how a
'cause he-
person buys a car.
Yeah, and then the guy's like, well, we got Camaros and Porsches. He's like, let me see the Porsche over there. And then,
Does it have a full tank of gas?
yes, right.
Which
Does
is
he
hysterical.
say that?
He
Yes,
yeah, he
yes.
does say that. Right.
Dude, they don't even buy
I
gas.
don't
No.
even buy gas. It's all
He literally was like, yeah, I stole that car. I'm not putting gas in the motherfucker. Gas is hard to steal. A car is way easier to steal than gas.
Don't you steal things so that you can afford gas? You know what I
Right,
mean?
when
Like,
are they
that's not
ever
the thing that
buying
you
this?
steal. It's like that's the thing you want money for.
Do you think there's a
The amenities
prequel?
of life.
Why stop and fill up if you can just assault a man and steal a vehicle?
Yeah.
Well, he takes it for a test drive.
And then punches the guy in the
He
face.
punches the guy in the face, throws him out of the
Salesman
car,
with him, yeah.
And now he has a Porsche.
and then they're watching the
other
the
folks.
security guards put bags of money or jewelry in
Into
a
a
normal
regular
work
van.
with windows.
With
it's
windows
not an
all around.
armored car.
Not at all. No,
It's just
they didn't
a
even,
van.
They didn't even cover the windows up to maybe make it look like something.
No, it is just a van.
It's a van.
It's a van that a plumber would have.
No, because they would not have so many windows.
They wouldn't have that.
It's
no.
a church van.
Yes.
It has a lot of windows.
There's a lot of windows. So they're driving down the road with two security guards in it. And then the two it's Carrie, right? And
It's Gary and Wendy.
Wendy, and they're in bikinis.
Bikinis
Because-
trying to fix their car.
Because
Yeah.
they don't wear anything else in this.
No.
No, and they're trying to fix their car with the hood up, and they're blocking the road.
Right.
And the guys are like, "Well, look at these bimbos. You want to go help them?"
Because every woman in this
As
is
the
a
fucking
bimbo.
bimbo, right? So
They're like, yeah.
yeah, let's go help
They
them.
go help the bimbos.
Ladies, what seems to be the problem? Hey,
Hey.
yeah, everybody's Vinny Boombots.
They tase them.
Yeah, they tase the security guards, and then
Uh,
a hovercraft shows up.
no, well,
Well, wait a minute.
Clayton-
You're not wrong.
Clayton pulls up in the
In the stolen Porsche.
And there's a third-gen Camaro.
that all, and then all three of them throw the money bags out of the van into Alan, who's driving the hovercraft. Which
Right. Was it Alan driving the hovercraft? Or
Yes,
I thought it was a woman.
It was
driving
Alan driving
Oh,
the
okay.
hovercraft, and they,
Well,
so
yeah,
they throw the
right?
money in the hovercraft, and we don't see the hovercraft go. It just that's happened.
Well, also they have the dramatic scene when the hovercraft comes in. It's like this big slide.
yeah, it's like, oh shit, they have a hovercraft.
But then they keep filming for like 30 more seconds as the hovercraft is just on a slow approach.
Then another boat pulls up, and they all get into that to transport themselves, and we're like, why didn't
Oh wait,
you
maybe
just?
you're right. Alan was on that. boat.
Alan was on that boat. There was a
Yeah,
woman
and
driving the
It
Culver
doesn't
was
hovercraft.
on
really.
the
It
other
doesn't
boat.
matter.
It
Who,
really doesn't matter.
But the point is, it's like you never
None of this
intended.
matters.
You never intended for like the police or whoever to catch the boat with all of you in it.
Right.
So why have the separated hovercraft to transport the money back to the same
Well, it was
destination?
a really big deal that the
You know
one
what I
guy.
mean?
It was a really
I
big
don't
deal that the
know.
one guy showed up with the boat too. He was giving the one dude a lot of shit. He's
Yeah.
like, "You better be there.
You better
Like,
be there, right? And it was like, well, why do you need
Okay.
two? Oh, I didn't dismiss. Why do you need 2 crafts for
Right.
this job. You
One
just need
hover,
8
one
So that
road.
the money goes one place and
they go another. So if they get caught on the
I
way back to the
guess.
house,
they don't. There's nothing on them.
but
But
you
again-
still have the hovercraft.
But again,
Okay.
why put the stolen goods in a hovercraft, which is not a common vehicle?
Everybody
stands
in
out.
Fort Lauderdale.
It's a red-looking
If
giant
anybody
hovercraft.
saw a giant red hovercraft,
Right.
yeah, everyone saw
Everyone
it.
saw it. It's like the only one in Miami.
And hovercrafts are not quiet.
They're in Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're right. It's loud as fuck.
It's 2 giant fans blowing water everywhere, filled with money.
It's awesome.
It's the
great.
perfect. It's the perfect hiding place.
And they get away successfully. It's a successful heist that the
It didn't
police.
look. It didn't look hard to do at all. There's
We
no
don't see the
police.
police fall out from it or anything.
No,
Like Matt said, there's no police, and we don't see their side of the story.
no, but we do see police next.
Right, because now Travis is working.
He's finally working on the boat.
fucking boat.
Guy
Which
finally
is
gets-
hysterical.
Now it's time to get some work done.
It's time for Travis to shine.
And then 2 police officers show up. Sir, you're Travis, whatever, Travis
McLeod.
McLeod.
of the
You're
clan
under-
McLeod.
of the clan McLeod from the shores of Loch Shield.
I am he.
Are you immortal? God damn it. That'd be so awesome if that's where this movie went.
Oh.
It's like
It-
an unauthorized
it went-
Highlander sequel.
It went some places, but
Yeah.
like-
So they arrest him.
Yeah.
They say grand
Grand
theft.
Grand theft. It's
Yeah.
like that TV was, they took nothing.
Yeah.
he stole a 14-inch TV.
TV.
25 to life.
Right. So, and was
And
he
he
with?
goes-
He was by himself, right? He's at work, pretty
No,
much.
he's at work.
there was a woman there who there
Works
are 2
with
men.
him.
They see you, and
And then the guy
they
show
were
up.
immediately there. Yeah,
So they took him to jail.
Right.
and then
And then
Carrie finds out about
Carrie
it.
finds out about it.
And then
it
she
shows
says
him
the
being in jail, though. It shows him being in jail or being taken to jail because
Right.
he knows
He knows one of the
One of
cops,
the cops,
who
and the
is
cop-
a male stripper. Every cop
looks like
looks like a male stripper. They all have
It's
the
like
shortest
they
shorts
hired
on.
them on the day of,
Right.
And their uniforms don't have enough flair on them to
No.
look real.
No, they're
It's
all,
like a badge and a
they're
blue
all
shirt.
sexy cops.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's what this movie is.
I guess I've
Yeah.
never been arrested in Fort Lauderdale. Maybe that's
Dude, maybe the cops are fucking awesome looking down
Like
there.
hot cops.
Hot dudes. All the Florida men are getting arrested by all really hot.
maybe that's why they keep
hot
doing
cops.
weird shit.
Yeah, they want the hot cops to
Right.
arrest them.
Oh man.
Yeah. So yeah,
So-
she
so-
says to Sean, "Look, I want him out of there, please."
Right.
And we're like, at that point, we're like,
Hold on. It cuts to Sean sitting
"Oh yeah, sorry."
Oh, yeah.
sitting in
Oh,
front
No,
of
this
a
is
guy.
important.
Right, it's like
This
the,
is really
it's the
important.
no,
Yeah,
it's
this is
it's a
important.
great scene, and it's establishing the best scene later.
Yeah.
He is sitting in a chair or no,
On the floor.
On the floor, like
In an
front of
all
us-
blue room.
In front of a glass table
It's a
That's like-
coffee
that has
table.
like a
it's
pyramidal,
layers.
like
Yeah.
middle holding it up.
It's like if
upside.
my mom had them. Every table, end table in the 90s was like 1/4-inch thick glass.
Yeah.
And this was like stacks of that in a pyramid, and then it bowed back out into a.
And he's
down
sitting in like a purple lit room in front
Right.
of like glittery, like I don't know, drapes.
Right.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
with Walkman headphones.
With
on.
Walkman, like meditating.
just
Yeah.
meditating.
And-
And then she like creeps
With a
in
phone
slowly.
right next to him.
with a phone next to him, yeah. And she creeps up. She's like,
She like pulls the thing off his ear. He doesn't respond at all. He's listening to fucking Stranger.
He's
bro.
listening
Yeah, of
to
course he's listening to
Stranger.
I'm pretty sure he's listening to Stranger. and-
God damn
Oh, don't
it.
forget, Stranger was playing during the strip club. Stranger was
that's
playing
right.
during the boat.
Yes.
At any given point in time,
No,
there's a
Stranger played later.
No, I mean
Oh,
the
live,
music.
Like,
is-
yeah, they're just, yeah.
Anyway, she
God,
pulls
there's
the
a
thing
live
away and
concert
she's
of
like,
this we haven't
Yes,
gotten
it
to.
hasn't gotten
"Hey,
to it.
Sean, I really, if you could help." Like she's like whispering in his ear.
Yeah, she knows not to disturb his happy time.
And
Well-
then he pulls out the other one. He goes,
Knowing what I know now, I wouldn't.
So he pulls out.
Yeah.
He pulls out he like doesn't even like respond to her.
No,
she
not at
walks
all.
away. He pulls the phone up,
Dials it.
dials it, and says,
Goes to put it to
he
his ear,
says
but
like
has to move the
was the
Walkman.
guy's name Mitch or whatever?
Hitch,
Hitch.
Hinch,
Hink.
Hank.
Hink.
You know what to do.
Who was
I have a
definitely
job
one
for
of the Grip's dads or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
He's saying, "Hank, I have a job for you." As he shoves the jack of spades into
a
One-eye-
envelope.
another envelope in this
One-Eye
movie.
Jack, because in the opening poker scene, One-Eye Jacks were wild.
Yeah.
Right. So we see Hank walking down the hall. He walks into the judge's room, and
Right.
there before us
Is the judge or
From
the guy
the
from the
beginning
first
of
from the
opening
guy
scene.
from the opening scene who was like with all the hot women playing poker, and it's
Right.
like, what happened here?
Why?
Right.
I do not.
So
I
that-
can't even.
Long and
understand
short
what's
of it is,
supposed to
it's not
happen.
really that good of a scene, but Hank
Hink.
pretty much blackmails him and says, if you don't let this kid out,
Right.
these pictures will be public.
Right.
And it's
He's
like,
like, well-
what did Sean and them? Did they just assume that this judge they would just need?
At some point,
Do they
yeah.
have to do this to all judges in Fort Lauderdale? Like
Probably.
I
all
guess.
judges, they have blackmail like insurance on, I guess.
Well, it wasn't all judges because Travis was supposed to go see another judge. He's like, oh, he's going to appear before Judge blah blah blah. But can
Judge Walker.
Yeah, Walker. But can you look at his case and see if you can dismiss it? So they
Right.
don't have all the judges.
So they just wanted one judge.
I don't want to misrepresent Fort Lauderdale and say that all their judges are crooked. If you're listening,
Well,
Fort Lauderdale.
I don't think that judge was exactly crooked. He was just having some fun, and he doesn't want like his wife to know or whatever.
Well, that's still crooked.
It's not-
He's cheating on his wife.
That's not illegal?
That's not illegal. It's immoral. And back then that mattered. Now
Yeah,
you're
people used
now
to have
you'd be-
fucking morals.
yeah. Now you'd be elected to the Supreme Court. It's
Right,
fine.
right. Either way, the judge is like, fine, he's out. Just give me the negatives. Right? Well, you guys, what are you doing?
We're making
No,
a
I'm
glow,
listening to
we're making a
you.
glow chain.
God damn it! We're fucking with these gifts.
I'm listening to you talk.
The judge he says it's very beautiful. It's actually pretty awesome. The judge lets him
The
off.
judge lets him off.
Right.
He gets out. It's a weird shot of Travis standing way in the back,
Right.
Carrie standing near the front, and then the lawyer walks from Travis to Carrie, but they don't speak.
No.
And then Travis just storms up to her, and she's like, "Let me explain." He's like, "Shut up! Leave me alone!"
You ruined my life.
Travis is very emotional, and understandably, he's been through a lot of physical and mental trauma, some of which he doesn't even remember at this point.
No, he
Yeah.
has been assaulted.
Right.
He framed.
Right.
This man is.
And all he wanted to do was fix a boat.
Yeah. He was
Can you
his
at
job.
least Keep the
Oh my
pattern
God,
going? Jesus
Jesus
Christ,
Christ.
Bob. All right,
It's pink, then blue.
Pink,
Yeah,
blue.
come on.
I'm sorry.
we're macrameing with neon lights right now.
Anyway, where are we? Yeah.
This is now it's the live club rock scene because
Yes.
Travis is like rocking out, singing along with stranger.
He storms away like he does the whole like get away from me.
Yeah, and, like,
You know?
runs
ruined
off.
my life. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a big dramatic scream. I never want to see you again. There's
and
obviously
she cries. I
Oh,
think.
yeah, everyone cries. He cries. She cried. I cried. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Paul did cry.
I didn't cry.
I
I
did.
didn't cry at all. I swear to God, I didn't cry.
whatever. Fine, you can cry if you want.
And
to.
then, so this is the stranger concert, right?
This is a stranger concert, and he's singing along, and then Carrie comes in, and he's like, "Fucking God damn it, woman, leave me alone."
You blackmailed me to put me in
Come
jail.
on,
Like,
well,
what
like,
the fuck?
get it through your skull. I hate you now, and
Not even the power of stranger will bring us together.
but it does. Like,
But it
what happens-
does.
Yeah. How does she convince him? I can't remember
God damn it! How does she convince him?
that everything's so cool, or does she not? No, she doesn't.
Yeah, no, she doesn't.
He's like, "Go get fucked,"
yeah, he does tell her
and then it shows him finishing the boat.
finish the boat. Right.
It's a montage of him finishing the boat.
Do they rob? Oh, they do the weird. Sean
Right,
puts
the
on
part-
the
the-
part. They rob like
they
a
rob-
Hollywood party or something.
It's so
Oh,
it's
that's
so
right, yeah.
random too, doesn't it?
Yeah, this movie is very hard to keep track of because
Yeah.
everything just kind of is stuff. Damn. And Sean's wearing like weird. Oh, you said it looked like Duran Duran. It looks like the Hungry
Yeah.
Like the Wolf music video.
Yeah, they were all wearing this like kind of neo-tribal early 90s body paint, and they're sneaking off the boat through this yard where they like jump over bushes to rob
to like a garden party
this
of
garden
rich people.
party. And they have a trash bag because they can only afford a trash
Bag. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a kitchen trash.
It's a kitchen
bag.
trash
Yeah,
bag.
yeah.
Like it absolutely is. And they're like, put all your valuables in here, and the delivery on it's so bad.
Yeah.
Put all of your money and your jewelry, and,
you're
next line.
no holding back.
no holding back.
So some guy holds back and he goes, "Excuse me, sir.
Well, yeah,
you
yeah,
have the
yeah.
time."
How about you have the time? And the guy slide his watch on. So
Turns
shows
and
him,
blows him away.
puts one right in his head, kills him, and then there's just this weird slow mo shot of the ground, and it's all like the watches and prescription drugs and jewelry just
But
falling
it's important
down.
to note this is the first time we've seen how far they will go. Like they were kind of just petty. I mean, we were stealing a TV from a guy's apartment.
No, they said before that they wouldn't kill anybody,
Right.
but now he started killing people.
That's true. He went too far.
Yeah. No, he's taking
Because after this scene,
Right.
we cut to when Carrie is like, he just killed that guy.
Right.
Yeah,
How- she's talking to what's her name? They're sitting by the pool. What's her name?
Nicole, and
She's
she
talking
doesn't
to
give
Nicole,
a fuck.
and Nicole doesn't care. She's like, "What
She's
do you
like,
want him to do?"
What are you? Do you want to go to the police and tell
Right.
them everything we're doing? Are you dumb as fuck?
Yeah, you're
Just shut
fucking
up.
guilty too. Yeah.
What's up, amateur hour?
Yeah.
Right.
And then it shows. That's when Travis shows back up
With the
with
boat.
the boat and the keys.
The red
He's like,
cigarette
"I'm done
boat.
with this
Cigarette
shit."
one.
Finally,
Finally,
the
cigarette.
boat
And there
is
was- I mean,
fixed.
I mean, Cigarette One had all sorts of problems. At one point, he was trying to fix it. It was like 2 weeks before parts were going to show up. The one
So
guy,
what was like? Yeah,
Burp, who was the other mechanic? Barf.
Who the fuck knows?
Barf.
Burke.
Bert.
Well, he shows up. He gives them back the boat, and then
She's like, talk to me. He's like, fuck you. And she's
Right.
like, no, come on. He's like, what do we have to talk about? You fucking ruined my life.
She's like, I just like to
Jesus
continue to ruin it
Christ.
for a little while longer.
yeah, please just let me. I can really
He's
take
like,
this.
I'm getting the fuck out
I
of
believe I
here.
can take this to the hill if I really
Right.
try.
Doesn't he try to leave? But then she's like, why don't I can I give you a ride at least or something? Because
No, they walk.
They walk.
they walk.
They walk because he shows up. He drops off the boat with no way to get home.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to be at this house. I don't want to be with these people. I'm going to show up in one vehicle with no plan on how to leave.
God, that was good. Isn't this after this is when the whole like
This is when shit goes sideways.
right.
Yeah. This is
Because they
the.
Sideways
guess,
compared to
yeah.
everything else.
because isn't well
This
first
is when it shows they go for the walk, but then Wendy and Nicole do the fake broken down boat.
yeah they break
routine.
their boat breaks down
They,
in
like,
front of a
paddle
house
it
and
up
it's
to
the
a
house
house.
has 2 drug dealers in
Yeah,
it.
they're
Right.
like weighing cocaine in front of a bay glass
And they're like,
window.
Who are these
like, in
fucking
front of a-
bimbos, man? He's like, don't worry. They come to the,
The one
door.
guy's
and
like, "This is cool," and the other one's like, "No, it is
I don't
not,
trust
man.
these
So,
bimbos are cops.
they tell the one dude, they say,
Can
we
we just make a call?
just had to make a call. Our boat broke down. We want our friend to come get us. So he lets him in the house to like, ask to use the phone, and they call whoever, and then all of a sudden the door.
Well, because they had said like, "Wait for my knock" or
And
something
she was
like that.
"Open the doors as soon as."
So then
they knock."
Nicole comes in with a gun, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Nicole,
And the 2 dudes.
and the 2 dudes. Yeah,
no,
Alan
Nicole
and
and Wendy were the people on the boat.
right, and then Alan and the skeezy
Clayton's
guy
creepy dude come in
with guns.
and with guns. And
They
then
didn't
have-
need to do the whole ruse. It just could have been opening the door with
Dude,
guns.
this scene makes no fucking
It
sense.
doesn't make sense.
Because at this point now we have a scene of Clayton and
God damn it.
Alan deciding whether or not they're going to shoot these people.
Right.
And then they shoot them. You see the muzzle flash.
The muzzle flash, it
After
cuts,
the edit.
a great editing thing. It cuts to black right when they shoot, and the muzzle flash lasts like 2 more frames.
Does that mean they cut off the lights in the room for that shot? Or like
They
how-
just cut, and it was just an editing thing.
Yeah, I think it was a
Okay.
dramatic cut because they can't.
And they didn't understand that
This
you
movie
had to
could
cut the
not-
muzzle flashes too.
Remember, this movie could not afford squibs at all. There was
No.
never like
Blood.
blood. There was
No.
always
Oh,
blood
hell,
after
well,
the fact.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
But like, no, they couldn't afford to do the special.
But they
effects.
shoot those guys and then sprinkle the cocaine all over them.
That I couldn't figure out.
They didn't
why.
It didn't
steal
go
the
anywhere,
cocaine? They didn't take all that cocaine?
They weren't robbing those guys because they were drug dealers.
Were they not on cocaine that whole time?
No.
I don't even know why they were trying to rob those guys.
I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense. This movie's fucking insane.
Oh, God.
So just all you need to know at this point is that
This is pretty much
has
when
gone
shit-
sideways.
This is when I think that the whole group is like, now we're murdering people. So it's too much.
Yeah, and
it's
they're
too
all-
much.
They're all power drunk on murder.
Right.
Yeah, right.
So when do we get to Sean though back in his room? That's soon, right?
It's like now, because now it's
Yeah.
like, because now it's Sean realizing it's pretty much him recapping the movie in his own mind.
Right, but scenes he wasn't even involved
Scenes he
in.
wasn't in. So he is doing the meditation thing in front of the glittery drapes and the
This is
table.
when he taps into the
In
infinite.
the infinite, and he hears the entire story from
it's
the
like-
audience's perspective.
And he's like twitching, like he's like it's
Oh.
obviously it's the power is tearing him apart.
Yeah, no. He's seeing it from the sky. You know,
Right.
he knows all now. It's really weird because they have
It's-
him listening to scenes he wasn't in.
Right.
Yeah, that made no sense.
It was not a supernatural movie.
At that point, it became
one because now Sean can hear all.
right,
Yeah, it's
and it's driven him to madness.
It's driven us all mad.
so
Look at
that's when they
Hey, look at Matt's
Yeah, look
headgear.
at me.
Matt looks
I've been
insane.
driven
He looks
insane.
completely nuts.
Wait, I should do that upside down so it looks like I have bug eyes.
God, this episode.
I can ruin anything, guys.
I know. Matt's currently wearing a crown of glow sticks and
Well,
trying to
that's
make
not
glasses out of them. So Travis is now at home, right? This is when he's at home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
now
on his,
this is
he's
the
on his
end.
houseboat.
It's the
he's at
end.
the house.
Hold on.
Travis is on his houseboat.
This is the last
No. They're all okay. They all get back from being power hungry, drunk
drunk
crazy
killers,
fucks.
right? And then
And
they're in the kitchen of
and
Sean's
Sean
house.
has tapped into the infinite.
Yeah,
and
he's-
so then Carrie goes, "I want out," and he goes batshit. And it's
Oh,
just
yeah,
like,
no,
"Oh, you want out?
You don't get out.
No one gets
It's
out,
out.
motherfucker." Nobody. And then Alan's like, whoa.
Whoa.
Why is it got to be like this? And then Sean shoots Alan. Wendy goes bonkers.
Right.
Carrie just dips.
Right.
She heads towards
Travis.
Travis's house.
Boat.
Right.
Then Sean
House
is
boat.
just fucking raging. Him and Clayton run out of there.
Out of there.
after
And then
Carrie.
so Wendy
So now Wendy
calls the
Nicole-
police.
Wendy calls the police.
and she's telling him what's happening, and then Nicole just
Immediately opens up with like Sean Holloway
Holloway
is
is
a
a
murderer.
right, and then she gets shot by Nicole
who put on gloves to shoot her with the gun that Sean shot
to frame
Alan
Sean.
with.
Yeah, so then Nicole can get
Again.
shot free
So she
Yeah.
can just walk away to
and
meet
get on her
someone.
magical plane
She
and
is
go
the
off to destroy other lives.
She is the goddamn Kaiser Sose of this movie.
I guess, even though she's still Nicole at the end.
Right.
So oh god, Carrie goes to Travis's extremely poorly lit house,
Right.
which
Houseboat.
Oh yeah, Mike.
House
the,
boat.
the cinematography goes. It's like not good, but it goes downhill so bad.
Oh
in the
my
last, like 10
It's
minutes.
so grainy and dark.
It's so bad. It just turns to shit. So she's there with Travis, and then it's when Clayton and Sean.
Show up.
Clayton
Well,
shows
Clayton
up.
shows up.
Clayton's in that. I don't understand what happens. Here.
Right.
Because she seems to knock on Sean's door. Travis on Travis's door. Travis opens the door. They have a conversation. He leads her into the home. They close the door, and then all of a sudden,
Clayton's there.
is like laying on the couch,
Laying on the couch.
with a gun, laughing.
Like
Well,
he
because
left that murder scene
because
and
it was the
came
most
right to Travis' house, broke in, and silently sat.
Well, and the
down.
houseboat
but he
was
was
so
at the-
poorly lit that he could just lay on a couch.
Yeah, no one would tell. Right.
But he was at the house when Alan was shot. He left with.
That's
Sean.
what I'm saying.
It
Right.
makes no sense.
It's
yeah.
a weird thing for him to do. Also, I mean, you can't
I
underestimate.
mean, we
this
can't
is-
rule out time travel at this point.
No, at this point, no. Sean can probably time travel. At this point. The houseboat is basically there's no lighting in it. It's
None.
just the windows. They don't shoot it with any other light than the windows and the door.
Right.
So then.
Okay, right.
All
So
right,
so
Bob,
now,
go ahead, take the stage.
well, no, I'm saying
This is your
This is
theory.
critical.
Paul's on my side.
I am 100% on your side on this.
You're the doubter.
I still think this is a movie about Nicole.
Look,
Anyway, go ahead.
so Clayton has them like at gunpoint, right? He's kind of holding them sort of hostage.
It's the subtitle said he was reciting a poem.
He was
He's
yeah.
going. He's losing.
He's
his
losing his
fucking mind. We don't know who this guy is. I love that
He's
Clayton
done
is
almost nothing in
done
the
nothing,
movie.
and now he's losing his mind reciting poems. Okay, so who's not at the houseboat yet? It's Sean Holloway.
Right.
There's a door to Tyler
Travis's.
Travis's
Houseboat.
houseboat, and the door has a round portal window.
Because it's a houseboat.
That is important to what we're about to get to because we watched the scene, I'd say about 6 times to see if it is or is not a reference. Now, So what happens
This
here is,
is-
now listen to what I'm saying before I say what it's a reference to, because I feel like the descriptive would work. Sean's head pops into the door, the round door window. He breathes really heavily and it fogs up the glass just a little bit. And then we cut to a shot of the handle of the door jiggling
Until it opens.
until it opens.
100%.
What movie are you thinking of right
It's
now?
100% Jurassic Park.
It's Jurassic Park.
Never heard of it.
We all reacted like instantly when it happened.
There's
Matt.
not a single
Even
doubt.
you reacted. We were like,
It came out in the same year.
Yes, it came out the same year, but it
this
is
movie-
so directly a reference to Jurassic
And this
Park.
movie was filmed in a weekend. There's no way.
It could have been filmed after they saw Jurassic
They
Park.
saw Jurassic Park and they're like, well, if Spielberg can do this.
Or they just were like, hey, look at this door. It kind of looks like when the raptor breathed on it.
Yeah, they just
Sean, do this. 'cause
reshot that scene.
Your character's fucking nuts
Your
anyway.
character's a fucking crazy dinosaur.
So, actually, this podcast has been a mess, Paul, but I'm just going to say, Matt posted a video of it on Facebook. I actually tweeted the director after we finished, asking him if this scene is a reference to Jurassic Park.
We're going to get answers.
We're not going to get answers on this episode.
Not at all.
But I'm hoping that we get some answer at some point, because it's too close.
But head to the Facebook page. There's going to be a poll.
Dude,
You're all going to agree.
You're going to agree.
Anything, it just proves that we're all connected.
Like Sean is to the universe.
Right.
Yeah, into the...
And it's tearing him apart.
It's a single mind theory, a unifying force,
Same
the
idea.
God
Steven
particle.
Spielberg,
Right.
David J. Steinwick.
Stein something.
If he listens this far, he's going to know you're not a fan. That's rude.
Well, I've only ever seen this movie.
Yeah, it's the
I am a
first
fan,
movie.
though. I love this movie.
I
insane.
do love this
I
movie.
told him on Twitter, I was like, I love this movie, and I just watched it. So it is. I say it's a Jurassic Park reference because it's too close. We
There's-
showed it to Huey,
there's no way
former
it's
guest
not.
of the show, Huey, and he was like, "That's
duh.
Jurassic Park." That's 3-1, Matt.
It's just parallel thinking. But you also think Dane Cook stole people's jokes.
Oh my God.
You would bring Dane Cook into this
Going past the Jurassic Park scene,
if
which-
you can.
if you can get past it, because I implore you, if you do nothing else, if you listen to this, go to Amazon Prime, go to the end of badly lit boat scene.
Man.
You watch it and tell us that is not a reference to
Come-
Jurassic Park.
Come tell Matt he's wrong.
It's fine.
It totally is.
I'll be wrong.
I
can
still
be
like
wrong.
the idea that Spielberg
Stole it
from this movie.
from No More Dirty Deals.
Mm-mm.
Amazing.
Maybe they were friends. They hung out. They were pitching
Maybe
ideas.
Spielberg was like masturbating to the uncut version of this, and he saw that and he was like, "There it is. I know what we're
Right.
shooting now.
I know cinema gold when I see it.
Let me just finish,
Yeah.
and I'll write this down."
All right, here we go. I bet when he comes, he just stares like in his movies. The like Spielberg
The
stare.
Spielberg stare. All right, we're almost done. We gotta finish this fucking movie. We gotta finish. We're sitting in the dark.
Okay,
This
this
is
makes
longer
no
than
Matt is wearing
sense, dude.
glow
I am
sticks.
ascending to a higher plane. Now we get.
God damn it.
It's so confusing at this point.
I hate the end scene. It's so terrible.
That is awful.
It's bad. It's bad. It's
Sean-
real bad.
Sean grabs Carrie and throws her in the cigarette boat.
In
Cigarette
the, like, in the
wine.
bottom of the cigarette boat.
Alan takes
Alan's
Travis.
dead. Alan's dead.
I'm sorry. Clayton
Clayton-
takes Travis in Travis's boat.
Right. Which is the fastest boat
The
in the world.
police are chasing
In
the
a
the cigarette
boat in a helicopter.
in a helicopter and stuff in the water.
Clayton drops his gun
And for
And
In
whatever
the grainiest
reason,
scene.
in the grainiest scene there ever
so
was.
my God.
it looks like it's like static almost.
And then
Right.
So
Travis
grainy.
throws him into the water and
Right.
zooms away.
And
in
Travis
his
gets
super
away.
boat.
Travis gets away, but the
The cigarette boat, cigarette one.
cigarette boat takes a bunch of heavy fire from
Like,
the
well,
police
yes,
helicopter.
like I guess it's Sean is on the deck of the boat and he's screaming like, "If you want a gunfight at this like
Yeah, he
police
starts
helicopter,"
shooting at the
which
helicopter.
I mean, I don't know how familiar you are with police helicopters. They typically just have like a spotlight on them.
yeah.
But all of a sudden, this police helicopter opens it with fucking tracer rounds.
You can
and is
see them
lighting
moving-
the boat up.
Dude, it looks like blaster fire.
Let's
It's insane.
let's remember too. We didn't talk about it during the strip club scene, but they reuse so many shots.
Oh my
Yeah,
the
they
strip
do.
club scene was the same shot over and over again, and the bullets hitting the
They
hull
fired
of
2
the
bullets
boat.
of that boat.
And they just kept showing close-ups of the bullets going
Right.
into the side. And
Everyone gets wasted
everyone's dead.
except for Sean.
Carrie is dead.
Carrie-
Sean
Carrie-
is
Sean
dead.
lives. Carrie gets killed inside the boat
in the
by
By the
herself.
police.
Right,
By the
The
police.
police. She gets shot to death by the police in a boat
right.
that Travis fixed.
Unreal.
It's unbelievable.
Then it goes to court trial of Sean Halloway.
because
And
Travis
they-
gets killed in all this too, right?
No, Travis gets his
Travis
speeds away.
Yeah, speeds
Oh, you're
away.
right. He does speed away, right?
So Sean Halloway's on trial, and they're like, death is too good for him. Make him serve a bunch
3
of
life
sentences.
Three
sentences.
consecutive.
And then the judge is like, I agree. You should serve a life sentence for the murder of Alan blah, blah, blah.
And
the
Wendy.
murder of Wendy blah, blah, blah.
Because
It's like, all right, he
that
didn't
makes
kill-
sense though, because Nicole did
Yeah,
use
she
the
did
gun.
frame him, but then he goes, and of Carrie, blah, blah, blah.
And
And
like-
we were like, no, the
Oh,
police,
the police
murdered
shot her, man.
He
Okay.
didn't shoot her. Ballistics covered up a police murder
Let's
because
throw
it
it
would
this
have
way.
showed.
She was ripped in half by a tracer round.
I
It's
know,
like-
it's like a 50 caliber bullet like
But-
cut her
okay.
goddamn torso in
For
half.
better or worse, if Sean didn't do anything, she wouldn't have been ripped in half.
Oh,
by
yeah,
a tra-
yeah,
It's his fault.
Sure.
It's his fault.
But
they
they
shot
pulled
her.
the trigger.
It's not
yeah.
first.
They,
It's not
like-
first degree.
If they had just shot him
Normal.
levelly from another boat as
Yes.
opposed to down
Using
further
an,
boat.
an
Yeah.
Apache helicopter.
Like Airwolf,
Airwolf
showed
comes
up.
in.
So then they're walking him out of
Oh my
the courtroom.
God. Why didn't they get like a Thunder in Paradise?
Well,
crossover
so
I know.
while
for
he's
that
being
ending?
sentenced,
Hulk
we
Hogan
cut to
shows up
Travis
and
in the
murders
bathroom,
Carrie.
who now
is assembling a
who
gun with
now
hidden
is, like,
parts all
he's-
over the bathroom.
he's been like loose tank top, shorts, like fun floaty feathered hair the whole time. Now he looks like fucking
He's
Steven
business.
Seagal. Like he is
Black suit.
Ponytail,
black suit,
man.
ponytail. He's fuck, and so he's got a knife that he somehow got into
into
the
a
court,
court,
that he
yeah.
uses to jimmy open the paper towel holder to get components to assemble a gun. How did the gun get in there in the first place? How did you get through with the knife? There's
He
so
would have had
many...
to bribe someone to put that stuff in there that works there,
I
that can get
guess.
past those.
Then why not get a key?
He used all the
For the-
money.
I
that
don't
Sean
know.
paid
It's a
him.
janitor, or rip it open.
I don't know. No, you're right. It doesn't make any sense. But he assembles a gun that had hidden parts all over the bathroom.
Right.
And
They were just in the paper towel.
Yeah, they
holder.
So
Like
they're-
if you reached in for more than a towel, you would have gotten a clip for a 9mm.
So they're walking, living omniscient God Sean Holloway out of the in handcuffs,
Right.
out of the courtroom, and then Travis walks up to him and says, "This is
as
for
the double
doors
doors
open.
open.
The double doors open. Says this is for Carrie,
Right.
And he shoots,
shoots
him
him
right in the face.
right in the head.
And then
It
he
cuts
goes,
to black.
it cuts to black, and he goes, and this one's for me. And he kills
Himself.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Travis
what?
has been through. They tore this man
And-
to
to
shreds.
shit.
Yeah, they
He
destroyed him.
ruined him, and then he ended up. This is
I
a man
don't
who would have
even
never
understand.
thought about suicide in his
No,
life.
he was so happy. He was just fixing
He
boats.
just wanted to be a mechanic.
He's the best boat computer mechanic
Yeah.
in the world.
He never also unlike Point Break or Fast and the Furious, he never even dawdled with the idea of being a criminal.
No,
The guy was like a pure force of good in this
Right.
movie, and he is.
And they make him eat a gun.
Yes, he's like a sponge dipped in acid by the end of this thing, man. There's nothing left to the point where he murders himself in a fucking
In a court.
in a court
in a courtroom.
in front of cops. It's like this is. What did you do to him, man? Like, what the fuck? It's so dark.
It's really there was a lot of things I didn't see coming. The guy who could read everyone's mind in this, and
Yeah, right.
just so
Well,
many
it's
things.
not over
but-
yet.
Oh, I know.
That happens.
I know.
He kills himself.
Mm.
Then we cut to the airport, and it's like
Nicole getting on
a plane, and she says,
Not a helicopter.
She's like,
"No, it's not a helicopter."
She's like, Johnny. That's where I met Johnny. And some guy just reaches out.
She goes,
touches
Fort
her.
Lauderdale was getting too hot. That's when I met Johnny.
And he's gonna take me away.
So she's gonna go to she's gonna go ruin a bunch of other people's lives.
So they're gonna go to Italy. It's beautiful this time of year. Which, I mean, when is Italy ugly? Let's be
Right,
fair.
yeah,
When
right.
somebody's
It's
like, oh man, I was gonna go to Italy, but it's August. Fuck that place in
You
August.
probably should have been in Italy to begin with, honestly.
Fuck that entire country in the month. In
It's just a douchey thing to say.
I guess.
Like, oh, it's beautiful this time of year. It's like, yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful
It's
place. That's
always
why
beautiful,
everybody goes
asshole.
there. You fucking dick.
You killed everybody. You made a man. You just made a suicide.
The greatest trick the devil
Travis
ever
could
pulled.
have
Everyone
technically
died
got
but Nicole.
Travis could have gotten like he was so mentally disturbed after all this,
Right.
but he could have just started working again, and the police were not looking
I
for
don't
him.
think boats would be the same for him.
He should have just turned himself.
He had a
into
friend who was a
boat.
cop at the station. They could have. He had resources, but no, they drove. He was a
Yeah,
man.
that's a really good point.
He's
He
a man
had-
driven too
Why
far.
He had
introduce
resources.
a friend that's a cop, and then
Right.
the cop friend doesn't help?
Why
solve the
introduce a
end?
guy fixing a boat for a bunch of criminals that don't pull off a job which requires a super fast boat? That never comes. It never even happens.
They never need it. They never need the boat. He just honestly wants his boat back fast. He's like the rest of us. It's the most relatable thing. Like, nobody wants to take their car into the shop and have it take a week. I just want my boat back, man.
Omniscient
what's really
supervillains.
stupid?
They're just like us.
Yes.
Travis made the boat like all super crazy.
Oh yeah.
He just turns it off.
Yeah.
He doesn't like.
He doesn't outrun the helicopter,
No.
which would have been a super fast boat.
And
Yeah.
starts shooting.
Yeah.
He just,
Yeah. He doesn't use.
Man, fucking this movie is a disaster.
I love it.
It's so
Yeah.
sloppily.
It's such
constructed.
sloppy shit. It's amazing.
Barely makes sense. People are like mumbling half the time.
It
The
is-
soundtrack is great.
It should be-
soundtrack. I mean,
It should be
Hats
called.
off.
It should be called like the destruction of Travis McCloud. That's what it should be called. It's about ruining a man from the inside. Like,
and he was the purest of souls too.
yeah,
I
he's
mean,
just a guy that he was a smart,
yeah.
book smart, not street smart.
Not-
He's a
definitely not street smart.
But he
You
was
don't
just
get
a.
roofied and call
The
yourself
guy
a
wanted to
street
be a
shark.
mechanic and go on a date with a nice lady.
Yeah.
And you
That's it.
drove him to fucking suicide.
That's so good.
It's insane.
So good. God damn.
Murder suicide.
yeah.
When he killed
Murder suicide.
Him
Yeah.
killing the bad guy, you're like, okay, fine. It's like New Jack City.
He's gonna
whatever,
go
I
to jail,
get it.
but
Right.
yeah.
No, then he
Kills
kills himself
himself.
off screen.
Mm.
What if he was like, this one's for me, and just pulled out like a M16 and just mowed everybody away and became like a lunatic?
And the next shot is him driving on the fastest boat that ever
Right.
had. He's
Just
just
him like floating on a
street.
crystal table through the city, like
So-
blasting people with lasers.
Or better yet, he shoots Sean, and Sean like splits open,
Yeah.
and his demon form comes
White
out.
demon light comes out.
Or if he cut his head off and the quickening happened. What if that? The double doors open. He just goes, "This is for Carrie." Quick.
I'm Travis McCloud from the Clan McCloud.
He's tearing open
The
the.
shores of Loch Shield, and I am immortal.
He rips open the paper towel holder, and there's a claymore in there.
And the quickening happens right in the corner.
Credits. Like, whoa, that was wild.
With Stranger covering a Queen song as the credits roll.
This fucking movie. It needed that. It
It needed,
needed.
if it ended, it would be the greatest movie I ever saw in my life. I would have been loving so much.
They were
God.
saving all the special effects for the quickening at the end.
The thing that would be a quickening in this movie is so good.
So boring for the most part. And then, like, why is somebody's head getting chopped off? Jesus Christ.
That was so good. God damn it. I guess.
Why is his last name McCloud?
I know. It's not spelled the same, to be fair.
No,
it
it's
is
not.
spelled differently.
Well, according to the subtitles.
Who
it's
also-
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Subtitled the line, "This is beautiful, this is great." So, I mean,
Yeah,
really
right.
fucked up.
So I recommend people watch this.
I absolutely recommend people.
Sure.
Only to answer the poll on whether or not it's
the
Jurassic Park.
reference.
Watch
We need
the Jurassic
that.
Park scene. If this was remade and Nicolas Cage played Sean Halloway,
That'd be amazing.
My favorite fucking movie of all time.
And it ended with the
Yeah, with the quickening.
Right.
Someone get on that. Remake this. Who does the soundtrack? I mean, Stranger might still be around. Get him.
They just gotta cover like Prince of the Universe. God damn it! I mean, Christopher Lambert might be able to be like Travis.
Right.
He's blind. He's legally blind now, but that'd be make it even.
You don't need it. You never have to work on a boat. It's fine. You don't have to see.
Yeah. No.
You don't notice that you're obviously robbing somebody. It makes more sense if he's blind.
If you,
I just want to see Nicolas Cage have to do all the laughing scenes.
yeah. God damn it!
I really want to see.
And him doing the scene where he's seeing the
Oh,
entire movie himself.
the meditation. It's like scrying on everyone he knows at the same time.
All right,
Yep.
Paul. This has been a lot of fun with gifts.
It's been an experience.
We have glow sticks and gliders and whoopee cushions.
I might start my own.
And it only took us 7 hours to get through the whole
No,
movie.
it was very, very, very quick. It went well. Went better than I expected.
It's the first time we went outside to play with aerial toys.
It's the first time we ever paused the podcast to watch a scene to clear up an argument. So
It's the opening scene.
and we still have another argument left, which is the Jurassic Park reference.
Yep.
It's so crazy. I just don't understand how it's possible. That
Dude, he breathes on the door, and then it
he
shows
barely breathes
Dude,
on the door.
come on.
He could have walked in with raptor claws in his hands, and you would have still argued it.
If he did it sideways with only
See,
one
he
eye.
saw the universe, and he saw everything. And that's
Right.
when he was
He
like,
saw
he
Jurassic
Dinosaurs
saw
Park.
are real.
Jurassic Park in his mind, and
So
then
that movie. Wait, this movie takes place in our reality because he saw Jurassic Park.
No, it takes place in the reality of Jurassic Park because he saw his universe. So Jurassic Park is happening in the same universe somewhere else.
Wait, not the movie. It's not the. He didn't. See
They're
the
both
movie.
they're
Oh my
sharing
God.
continuity, and then
Okay.
he opened his mind to all the events in his own reality, which opened up to everything else in the reality of that Earth, which is also shared with Jurassic Park in Isla Nublar, happening we could be happening simultaneously. That moment when the raptor
Oh my!
looks at the door, that's when Sean was like so keyed in.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yes.
He was like, he was.
His mind melding with a velociraptor. That's why the end is so nuts, because it's a raptor is like
he's
controlling him
full
at that
raptor
point.
brain.
He went full raptor.
He's screaming in the houseboat.
Isn't there a point where he does scream? Someone screams really weird in the movie at some point.
I think it was it's him.
It's
When,
him,
yeah.
Remember when?
Yes,
Remember at the party he goes nuts. He's like,
And there's the part
Makes
where he,
quiet animal noises.
when he like threatened. Oh, we forgot. There's a scene where he threatens Alan earlier,
yeah.
but after he threatens Alan, he like leans back in the chair and goes.
that's
He
the
just
raptor,
starts
man.
screaming.
The raptor is halfway
Yeah,
through
that
his
raptor-
mind at that point.
Oh.
He's all raptor at the end. It stops the boat.
So this movie's inspired.
I hope
Yeah.
the director.
Inspired by.
I hope the director
Jurassic
tweets
Park.
back and goes, "I listened to this, and you are all right. You're 100%.
Everything you said is
Everything
right,
you said is accurate."
and we couldn't get the rights to the quickening.
right.
I pushed for the quickening for years. They kept telling me no.
Can't be done.
All right.
Dear Lord, we're done.
You guys look insane. Everybody looks nuts. It's the mess.
I gotta take another selfie.
We just do one together.
Fair enough.
All right. What happened here today?
I
All
don't
right.
I don't fucking know.
An ussy.
Boy, I'm glad you asked me 5 or 6 or 7 times. And
I mean, obviously, we had to work up to whatever this was.
right. I don't know who your next guest is, but good fucking luck.
You've damaged us.
Bring gifts.
Don't
Yes.
bring any.
Yeah, no,
gifts.
bring stuff. They like it.
We like
a lot.
gifts, fun toys to play with, like girls and boys. I don't know what I'm saying.
Clarify what you're saying. I don't want girls and boys to play with. Maybe just another
No,
guy.
we
No,
play
like-
with them as though we were girls and boys,
All right.
not with. Oh my god,
Dude.
you had to bring up a
Paul.
pedophile joke.
What is your problem, man?
Well, they'll just cut the scene and we won't understand what's going on. It's fine.
Watch this movie. It's a Jurassic Park reference. The whole thing is Jurassic Park.
It's
Watch
Jurassic
it.
Park, Fort Lauderdale.
Oh my god. That's the best. All right, bye.
Bye.
You've just listened to Bonus Disc, available only on Thundergrunt. Questions, complaints, and movie suggestions can be posted to facebook.com/bonusdisc. Opinions and criticisms of the hosts of Bonus Disc are 100% valid, even though they took the time to watch the movies you were too ignorant to appreciate.